You guys hate it. Well, let me say it like this. Some of you guys like it. Dark Brother hates it. There we go. We're going to get ready to start cooking this. I'm going to make some chicken curry. I actually have my ingredients already prepped. That'll be nice. So, hopefully you guys either already watched the Mega Market video that just got uploaded about 1 hour ago. And if you guys haven't seen it, make sure you check it out as soon as we're done with this live stream. So check out the Mega Market video. That's the Costco of Vietnam. Make sure to check that out as soon as you guys can. So I'll show you guys some of the ingredients. Does the naan also get more expensive for locals if it gets more? I guess it technically would, because stores can't say like, hey, you guys pay one price, we pay one price. But it's just kind of like all across the world. Like when you find when your favorite places go up, you find a new place. Hondo, what's up, buddy? Like Dale told me Drop used to be his place. They raised the coffee on him, so now he found a new place. So we're gonna get ready to get started cooking in just a second. We're gonna let a couple other people get in, and then we'll start. Oh, Fluffy.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
What's the membership at the market? Oh, there's no membership. There's no paid membership. There's no paid membership at there, right, Fluffy?
I don't know if it's paid.
I don't think it's paid. There is a membership, but I don't think it's paid like Costco. But I'm not positive on that. But everybody that I talk to makes it sound like there's no paid membership. There's just like a regular sign up. So let me get out. This is my third time making curry, so let me just go over my list. Start with the aromatics. Fluffy, how much chicken did we get? Did we get a kilo, or how much did we get?
I don't know. That's 4 thighs.
4 thighs. Who has 4 thighs? Coat the pot and get things sizzling. Okay. So we're going to turn this on. We're going to get it heated up. Drink afterwards? I don't know if we will. I have a consultation, a video consultation tonight at 11, and it is 7. So we'll probably do a stream for at least 2 hours, which will be 9, and then we'll see what we'll do after. I'm early and I'm salivating.
Drinking.
Drinking?
Who's drinking?
I have no clue. Here's our ingredients. They're prepped already. We're gonna let this get hot. Here's my cast iron pan. If you guys seen my my thrift store video, remember how this was all rusted? It was rusted in this corner. It was rusted here, and it had a little bit of rust there, but I cleaned it up. Look at how good it came out. It came out pretty good. I've only used it 1 time so far. I used it to make a grilled cheese, but probably this upcoming week I'll make it to cook my burgers. We'll cook my burgers this week. When am I leaving? I don't know. I don't have a set plan. I don't really have a set plan. I have no plans, no reason to leave besides a visa run, but we'll see. I have to find a better place, a better bang for your buck, a better place that I want to be before I leave. I'm not just going to leave to just leave, though. This pan heating up. There we go. See, I could be sponsoring some of these products. And maybe I should cover it up. They don't pay me. This could be an advertisement for your company right here. If I use it and it's good and you give me some moolah, I can advertise it. All the sponsors are rushing to the live stream now. So let's let that pan warm up a minute. Then we'll put this in. I just want to read over. It says, put the oil in. And actually it's telling me to start with the garlic and the ginger. Just saute that. for a few seconds. Let's see, where's my spatula? I like this one. If Fluffy gets too close, we'll give her a smack. The garlic and ginger, we'll cook that, and the onion. Okay, we'll do the onion. And then, where's my curry powder, Fluffy? Where's the curry paste? Here's my coconut milk. Here's the coconut milk right here. Or coconut cream, you can use.
I don't shake it
Why?
because it's the cream on top is better too.
But it's gonna get stirred in it anyways.
Yeah, but when the cream on top is
Oh, you're going to Hawaii. Very nice. Are you taking the train? I like taking the train. That's the only way we've ever been there. And this is a Thai curry
if you're
paste.
taking the train to Hue, you better take the tour.
Tour.
Yeah, the one that if we first rode the. What do they call that train? They call that something train, but it goes at 7:40 and 3 p.m. They have a special train to Hue.
Yellow curry paste from Thai. Yeah, I did the live stream Sunday with JJ, the Lonely Bull. He'll be out here, I think this week he said. A Fluffy.
Squishy! So fluffy and squishy.
Because everything is close by and not widespread. I just got used to walking on the street.
Eh, smells already hot pan.
Let's put this oil in. Put a little oil. Ooh, let me show you guys. There we go. Put a little bit of oil in there. You don't want too much, but you don't want too little because then your stuff will burn. So we're going to toss the garlic and the ginger in. But I always get nervous about cooking garlic so early
It's okay.
because I feel like it's going to burn.
Ginger.
I feel like it's going to burn.
No, put the garlic and the ginger now. Once the garlic is with something, it
It says just to do this for 30 seconds, so I'm going to turn this down a little. It says just saute it for about 30 seconds. And then it says toss the onion in as well for about 2 minutes, and then we can build our sauce. I love garlic. I love garlic.
I put salt when I'm.
Fluffy, that's what I need. I need salt. You need to cut some salt. You didn't even prepare any salt.
Me?
Yeah, you're supposed to be the prep. What? What's so funny?
Because I did not sign for that.
You did sign for it. Fluffy. What is this one? Rory, what's up, buddy? We're starting to make Thai chicken curry, so cooking show. So whoever doesn't like the cooking show will probably leave, and whoever likes the cooking show will. That's about 30 seconds right there. So let me toss this onion in. You guys make sure that you wash your hands before you start cooking.
Here's some salt.
I like mine fine, not really fine, but when it's too big, it's too. So we're doing it like this. The Nang is extremely walkable. You just have to be careful. Yeah, that's an understatement. You need to be careful. I like to cook some. Well, that's the crazy thing about the cooking shows. People either love them or they hate them. No one's in the middle. Dark Brother hates them with a passion.
Dark brother, thank you for your tip yesterday.
I don't think he's in here, or at least he's not
Oh, I
talking. So we'll mix this, we'll cook this down, and then we will add our curry paste. I have a lot of hope. I've used the curry paste before. I made three curries before. I've never used this brand, but everyone tells me this is the best brand that I've used so far for the Thai curry. The other time I used that same brand, but it was the green one. Break all this up. Have you met up with Vagabond? I did an interview with him months ago, and I heard that he left Nang. He did say that we should do one in person, but I haven't heard from him. So hopefully he's still here, but some people say he left. But I would love to meet up with him in person. I did a video interview with him back in February. Keep this going. Keep this going. Yeah, my spatula almost went down.
Need salt?
No, not right now. Curry paste. Make sure you guys watch, as soon as you guys are done with this, make sure to go watch my mega market, which is the Vietnam of Costco. I just uploaded that not even an hour ago, guys. Not even an hour ago. Wow, did they go there already? Wow, that's quick. I'm almost ready for this paste. Maybe another 30 seconds on this. I appreciate it, Hondo. We went there, I think, 3 days ago. Where's my Caesars? So I'm gonna add this paste in now. The paste. Put this paste in. Garlic, ginger. We got the onion in there. We need the paste. Okay, then you cut this open. One more time, I'll show you guys the brand. Yellow curry paste, and that's the brand. So we're gonna toss this in here. We're gonna let that toast up for just a minute. I'll use this whole thing. Oh, that's weird. It comes in this fluffy. Before it wasn't in that. It was just a paste and then you open it. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Also, if you guys are coming here soon, remember I just released an e-travel guide, over 20 pages long. You guys can go to my YouTube page, the main page, and get that. Just dump all this in. Don't miss any of this flavor right here. Try to get all this out in one squeeze. Come on. Come on, you don't want to waste none of this stuff. Get this mixed around a little bit. Bubby, how is that yellow? This looks red to me. This is supposed to be yellow curry.
That's how they call it, because the seeds that they use is yellow seeds.
Don't flick it on me, Fluffy. Still on the fence, undecided on Chiang Mai or Da Nang. I've been to both. My take for my lifestyle, I got it, Fluffy, I got it. I choose Da Nang because it's cheaper cost of living. I choose Da Nang because of the beach. Chiang Mai doesn't have a beach. I choose Da Nang because of the easier tourist visa, the longer tourist visa. So that's why I choose Da Nang, but that's my take. It says let this cook for about 1 to 2 minutes to get that smell. Of course, because I'm cooking it. That's of course why it smells good. Ooh, it smells good. Who's there? Who's here?
My mom's helper doesn't like it when
Do what?
we just knocking the pot. She even said, "Don't do that. It's bad."
1 to 2 minutes. So this, what you're doing here is if you see the oil starting to come out, you want to cook that, and then it'll bring all the flavor out. We do have rice over here. The rice is it's done. And now our base and our aromatics are getting there. This we're gonna let it cook just a little bit more, and then we're gonna dump the coconut cream in there.
Oh, the coconut cream, not the chicken yet?
Nope, coconut cream. And then it's telling me to add the chicken. Gently simmer, add the vegetables in order of the time. Potatoes and carrots. Egypt is very affordable. I've never been to Egypt. I've only been to Europe, Asia, and Mexico. Those are the continents. Well, Mexico is still in North America, but Europe and Asia is the only 2 continents I've been to. Yeah, this is getting there good now. I think maybe just another 30 seconds, and then we're gonna drop.
Oh, the rice, did I cook it?
Of course you did, Fluffy. We're gonna add that coconut cream. Fluffy's always trying to pull jokes.
Smells like
There's the
Fine.
chicken.
fine.
Chicken, carrots, potatoes, bell peppers. There we go. Yeah, we can, I mean, at this point I could dump coconut cream in. I don't know if I'm bringing the flavor out anymore by letting it go a little bit longer, but...
Yeah, you can open the...
Open what?
coconut.
Oh, this is Coconut Man's coconut cream. This is made by Coconut Man. He has his own line of coconut cream. This, I think, is Vietnam. Let me see where it's made at. I believe this is... I think it's Vietnamese. Rory, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. Let me give you a heart and a like. We're going to dump this coconut cream. We're going to dump this coconut cream in honor of Rory. We're going to call this the honorary Rory coconut cream.
Thank you, Rory.
Rory's coconut cream. Here it goes.
Little by little.
Little? What do you mean little? Oh, you know what I did last time? I dumped half at the beginning and half at the end. So we're going to leave half of this in there. I got it, Fluffy. I got it. You just chop your salt. I know how to do this. Now what we'll do is we're gonna mix this. This is gonna be the base.
That's good mixing. Not much mixing.
Why?
Because, like, you want the coconut oil to...
Oh, Fluffy. Let me... Toss this. Wash my hands again. So we're at now the next step is gonna cook that. It says pour in and mix until smooth.
Pour in and mix. That's enough.
It's not even incorporated yet, Fluffy. There's still white spots. There we go. Wow, it really smells like coconut. If you're trying to get a curry soup, like going is even it out. I've evened out this. Now let me see. How long do I cook the coconut and paste before adding the chicken for it? One to 2 minutes. Here, turn it up a smidge. Let the coconut milk and paste simmer together for about 2 to 3 minutes, just enough to get the flavors to melt and the sauce to start bubbling gently. After that, it's prime time to add the chicken. When do I add the potatoes, bell peppers, and carrots? How long after the chicken? Once the chicken is simmering in the curry, wait about 5 to 7 minutes until the chicken starts turning opaque and halfway cooked. Then add your potatoes and carrots. Okay, let's go back at the start of adding the chicken and continue the instructions from that point. That's where I'm at. 5 minutes chicken curry soup. No, this is just going to be regular Thai chicken curry. I don't know if it's going to be soup. I've never heard it called soup. It's really, really coconutty. I never did the cream. So this one is just starting to bubble. Can you guys see it starting to bubble? Just gently. Probably another 20 seconds, and then we're going to dump this chicken in. Fluffy left some damn chicken with bones. I have a feeling I'm going to end up getting caught with it.
That's just one.
But it's going to be buried in the sauce. How am I going to find that? Fluffy recommended the cream rather than the milk. So we'll see how it turns out. I've never had it. Here we go. We're going to dump the chicken in now. Here goes the chicken. Let me add a little salt to the chicken first. Here. Fluffy! Is that the... No, that's the skin. I thought that was the plastic.
Why did you remove the skin? I like the skin. Look the skin.
Put your skin. So here we go. We got this dumped in. Look at that bone.
The skin. That's fat.
Salt and pepper. Cream is much more rich than milk. A lot more fat and calories. That's perfect. Sounds good to me. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Now it says cook this for 5 to 7 minutes.
Let it marinate.
Fluffy. I'm the chef. You're the prep. Doing cream.
No!
Fluffy. There's no jokes when you're cooking. Let me mix that in. Oh yeah. I like a lot of sauce though. I like a lot. Hondo, man, I appreciate it. Buy me Fluffy and Sophia a drink, one of those watermelon ones.
Wow, thank you, Hondo.
We will have to put on our shoes and go out after. I'm hoping that we can, because I have a video consultation at 11, so it depends on what time we're going to get done, but we will for sure do something. We're hoping that we'll be done with dinner about, it's 7:30. I'm hoping we'll be done with completely dinner and eating by 9, which will give me about an hour and a half before my consultation. Yesterday I rushed home to do my consultation and I realized my consultation isn't till today. So I got home.
Is this good?
Yeah, that's good, Fluff. That's good, Fluffster. We're gonna cook this for about, it said till the chicken's opaque, so we're gonna cook that.
No, it was.
I usually pull it out and I check it with the scissors or a knife. Do you all like, I don't see the, oh, do you like papaya salad? I never had papaya salad. This is gonna be Thai yellow curry. My job? This is my job. I don't have any source of income besides doing my YouTube channel. Let's turn this down a little bit.
Smells good.
Smells good. Can you guys smell it? Can you guys smell it? Airborne, Arkansas. See you at 11 o'clock. I'm going to have a video consultation at 11.
Maybe that's
Oh, that's you right there. Yeah, Airborne, Arkansas. That's going to be the video consultation. Man, perfect timing. You're on here. I just was talking about that we're going to do a consultation at 11 o'clock. Because people wanted us to go out, and I said, I got a consultation at 11, so we got to get back here by about 10:30. By about 10:30. Fluffy, I just did that. Fluffy always wants her hand in the ingredients. Fluffy, you're wasting all my sauce. We're gonna let this cook for a few minutes. This is the part where most people get bored. Let me set this up here. Maybe I should tell you guys some jokes or something. My phone is
You're a
slipping.
joke.
I cooked Thai food for. This is my third time, I think, making Thai curry. I think this is my third. I don't think it's my fourth. I think it's my third. All of them have been good. I think my favorite so far was actually this off-name brand. I don't know if it was because of the way I made it, but I don't think it was the brand. But I think this one has all the potential. This is the good Thai brand. It's the yellow curry paste, because for me, I like the yellow curry. This is the first time I've ever bought the yellow curry paste. The other time I bought the green, and the other time was like a Vietnamese curry sauce, but it actually came out pretty good. So let me just double check this. Let me make sure we're on our schedule. What does it say? What does it say? What does it say? It says, what stage are we at? There we go. Step by step, add the chicken, bite-sized pieces. They're way bigger than bite-sized pieces. I think Fluffy might have cut them too big. Let it simmer gently for 5 to 7 minutes, just until it turns opaque. And then toss in the potatoes and carrots. Okay. I cooked Thai food when I was in Da Nang too. I've done this about 3 times. It probably would be cheaper and better to go to Kin Kin, our Thai restaurant that we really, really like. But I wanted to learn how to make it myself, and it's just starting to just gently simmer right now. You guys can... see some of this is trying to stick to the bottom. Let's make sure we get all that up. And then remember, I saved half of the coconut cream. So at the end, I guess the tip is supposed to save some of this, and then you dump it in at the very end when everything's done, and supposedly it gives it a creamier flavor. I don't know how true that is, but we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, you guys can kind of see the chicken is starting to kind of turn a little. You can see it's a little pink now, but we'll give this a few more minutes. Coffee with Steve, what's up, buddy? It's like watching paint grow, except for it's watching chicken curry cook. This is a lower amount of viewers. I think a lot of people don't like our live streams when we cook, but I figure we can either eat alone or we can show you guys what we're cooking. I'd rather at least get on camera and show you guys what we're cooking. For watching, we can turn this noise off. 1,500 more subs. Yep. Actually, a little under 1,500. I think we're at 8,600 now. So the clock is kind of ticking down now. Now the big question is, where am I going to be? Because it's going to come close, I think, to my visa run. So if we go out of the country for the visa run, am I going to do the scooter ride in another country? Or am I going to wait to get back? That's the thing. So it all depends right now on when is the 10,000 going to hit. I think this chicken's going to take longer, Fluffy, because it's so big. It said bite-sized pieces, but look at how big that bite size. That's a huge bite. Fluffy just basically just huge chunked it. Like, there's giant pieces in this. Fluffy, I thought you said, I know how to make curry. I make it. I mean, this is just going to be one portion, I think, because of the chicken so big. And me, I cut them in small pieces. Since I am Thai and I tried Thai restaurant there, which one did you try? I like Kin Kin, but that's the only one I've ever been to. I really like Kin Kin. It's great prices. It's great food. I enjoy it. I'll be back this weekend. Oh, very nice. No, I didn't do any of that. How I did it was we put the garlic and onions in, we sauteed those, then we added the Thai curry paste, and then we kind of wait till we can smell it. Then we dumped half of the coconut cream in there. That coconut cream right here. We dumped that in there, and then we let that kind of simmer together, and then we just dumped the chicken in there. Yeah, we dumped the raw chicken. There's a different. I even asked AI, should I saute the chicken a little bit before? Should I dump it in raw? And there's different opinions. They said if you want to taste the curry more, you dump it in raw. They said if you want to taste the chicken more, you saute the chicken. I've always done it with the raw chicken. So for me, I've always done it like that.
I like it sauteed.
Fluffy likes it sauteed, but all the ones that I've always made have been raw, and I've enjoyed it a lot. I really like the curry flavor. So for me, it told me if you really like the curry flavor that you dump it in raw. They said if you do it when the chicken is sauteed, you get more of the chicken flavor. But that's what they told me. You put the sauce over cooked chicken. You're supposed to cook it in with the flavor. This is raw. So we just dumped the chicken in here raw. But some people like to and tell me to do the saute it a little bit, brown out the outside. But when I asked AI that, they specifically told me, they were like, if you like the curry flavor, you do it raw because you'll taste more of the curry that way. And then they said if you like more of the chicken flavor than the curry, you'll saute it. I like the curry flavor, so it told me to do it raw. These pieces are so huge. I put my frozen chicken to make curry. There we go, there we go. Big thumbs up to all you guys, man. I appreciate it. Gotta go. Have a great day. I appreciate it, man. We named that curry cream after you in honor of Rory. Frozen chicken curry. It's simmering, but it's definitely not cooked through. Fluffy did leave some bigger pieces in here. I think you guys are going to tell me that these pieces are probably too big, right? Like, these are chunks. That's a chunk. But what can you do? What can you do?
What can you do if you just ask the person?
Well, Fluffy says, I know how to make curry. I've had so many. Like, Fluffy is an expert at everything, she always tells me. And then, and you've seen my other one, Fluffy. You've seen how I dice them. Fluffy, I sent you how many videos? Danong on Sunday, very nice. What will I be doing on Sunday? Sunday I'll be resting probably. I've had a long week. I'll be editing or I'll be resting. Needs more liquid. I'm going to dump this in at the end. And last time I dumped some water in and I think it watered it down too much. But at a certain point I do want to add more liquid because I really, really, really like more sauce on the curry. I really, really like the more liquid because I can eat without even the chicken. I can just eat the sauce and the rice. But let me ask them. I want a little bit more sauce. Let me see what they'll recommend. I want mine to have a little bit more curry sauce. How much water should I mix in there? And Fluffy, remember, I have the chicken bouillon. Just enough the curry, just enough. Keep that glorious. Start with 1/4 of a cup. So I'm gonna add a little chicken seasoning and a quarter. Where's my measuring cup, Fluffy? Oh, look at, I got these in the mail. Look at that, my measuring cups now. I'm very happy. And supposedly tomorrow I will get my hand mixer. Now I'm gonna be dangerous with the hand mixer. This says 1/4 of a cup. Not that much. But remember, I am going to dump the rest of this liquid at the end. So, this is only half the liquid right now. I would get physical. I'm always in the boat of cooking my chicken or cooking my meat. Like, I would have cooked it on the cast iron. But when I read, I'll show it to you guys. I'll show you what I read, and then you guys will understand. So I like the curry flavor the best. Watch. I'm torn between sautéing the chicken before putting it in the curry or putting it in raw. Please recommend how I should do it. Fluffy, it doesn't need to be stirred all the time.
I'm just checking the chicken.
Why saute first? This is the pros on this. Browning the chicken adds a layer of savory richness, aka flavor magic, texture and control, better sauce, how to do it right. Now watch. What if I don't cook the chicken and I put it in raw? How does that affect the chicken curry? Now this one will say, the raw chicken route infuses flavor as the chicken simmers in the curry sauce. It absorbs all those spices, rich, tender, and flavorful. Soft texture, you'll get gently cooked moist chicken with a delicate mouthfeel. Time and safety, cut evenly, don't rush the simmer, taste test at the end. So I did it this way. Maybe the next time we'll try it that way, but we'll see.
Next time I'll cook chicken.
Just not that giant pieces, Fluffy.
I like giant.
Sear it after. It'll be in all the sauce. We'll lose way too much liquid.
Yeah, it's cooked.
How do you know it's cooked?
You check a chicken if it's cooked when you poke it, and then if there's blood that comes out, that means it's not yet cooked.
Oh,
but if
you know what? We're gonna dump this in there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start dumping our vegetables. I can't move. Here we go. Even these are so big, Fluffy. You should.
No, that's cut.
That's huge. Fluffy put such giant pieces in here. Fluffy's like making it for a giant or something.
I'm a giant.
Are we gonna use all this?
No.
Okay.
That's enough.
Wow, Fluffy's pieces. Look at how big these. Jeez.
Look at it then.
It's too late now, Fluffy. Look at how big these pieces are. I don't know who Fluffy thought she was making dinner for. A giant? Andre the Giant?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. There we go. Let's mix all this in. It's got to thicken too, because now the sauce is pretty thin, but it'll thicken up at once it starts to simmer. Let me mix this in. We're gonna dump some salt in here too.
Got bouillon.
Yeah, give me a little bit of that too, Fluffy. Just a little bit of salt. My mom cuts everything huge as well.
It shrinks.
No, that won't shrink. Why does it look like the sauce is not enough? For two reasons. One, we will add a little bit of water, and remember, I was told by AI to always keep half your liquid, this cream, to the end. So at the end, we're gonna add the last part of it, and supposedly, they say real Thai people add the coconut cream at the end because it makes it creamy. So this will start thickening up, and then at the very last couple minutes, we will do it in salting. Well, there's no rules in cooking. No rules in cooking. We will be the judge when it cooks. Yeah, these pieces are just so big, Fluffy. Look at that. That's huge. Jesus. The veggies will also release some moisture. Yeah. What we'll do, and I'm telling you, at the end, we still have 200 milliliters of liquid, but they say it tastes very good when you mix the cream in at the end, the last remaining portion. We're gonna let this simmer.
What did they say in rules? In school.
Where's my thing? There's rules. There's courses and schools for it. Well, this is only my third time, so that's how I learn. I learn by cooking things and figuring out what I like, so you don't end up with the real Mad Max. Maybe the real Mad Max is Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay. That's how Fluffy says it. Gordon Ramsay. Fluffy, you just seen me stir it. I don't want all of our chicken to be falling apart.
I'm not stirring it, I'm making it.
You guys see, every time I get finished, Fluffy has to touch it too.
Yeah, I won't touch it.
Thank you. Oh, let me put these measuring cups back. The only actually rules that you gotta kind of follow in cooking is when you bake. Baking is a science, not more of an art. Cooking is more of an art. Baking is a science. If you put too much flour or too much this or not enough this, do I still feel? No, I'm good. I even I ate breakfast I ate early lunch. I think I ate about 12 o'clock today. Kill people. I guess if you undercook things, but there's nothing we're undercooking. It's just starting to slowly simmer. So we still got those. Oh, you know what I got? I got this. I completely forgot about this. We don't have a lid. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to do this. This pan has seen its better days. We use this pan more of a lid now rather than a pan. So we'll let that simmer for a little bit. So while that simmers, we'll just hang out. Oh yeah, I understand that. I mean, that's just cooking basic 101. But when you're cooking, cooking is much more of an art than baking. Baking, if you put a half cup of flour in and it calls for a full cup, it won't come out right. Whereas, yes, if you go cook things, like let's say you cook spaghetti sauce, your recipe is not going to be a disaster if you put 2 teaspoons of pepper rather than 1 teaspoon of pepper. So cooking is much more of an art and baking is much more of a science. This month is going to be the first month. Well, actually, I will show this really quickly. So this month, we will finally and officially break even. Let me show you guys. I'd love to. I'm probably going to do a video, a full-length video on this. But this month, boom, boom, boom. This month, we still have 2 more days because YouTube is 2 days behind. But we hit on the YouTube revenue ads $787. So my bills a month here, $750. So technically, I'm $37 up. So that's a first. 1.5. I think it's been 1.5 years. Let's see. So April to April would be a year. May, June, July. It's been about, we got here, I left in February of 2024. We stayed in the Philippines for a month, March. So April, May, so April to April would be a year. May, June, July. It took me a year and 3 months. A year and 3 months to break even. Now the big thing is this just a one-off month, or will I start breaking even at this point? That would be nice. It's been long. Like if you guys think it's been long, imagine it's been long for me. Just cooking up a little bit better. The rice is ready. We got the rice over here. Let me cover this salt. If you're a real, what's it called? Damn, what's the word? I can't think of the word now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Like a real person that takes advantage of time. You'd be cleaning up and doing dishes, but Jimmy from GTA. I don't know, where is Jimmy from GTA at? Let's mix this up a little bit. It's starting to simmer up pretty good now. Yeah, these vegetables are going to take a bit amount of time. Fluffy cut them so big. Look at this. These are like huge chunks of chicken. And I don't know if I would have left the skin on, but what are you going to do? That's my new saying. Fluffy says, let them be. I say, what are you going to do? At least I really, really like the sauce. So even for me, I can eat curry just with the sauce and the rice. So here we go. We're gonna let that cook. It's gonna simmer up. Everything is practically done. That is only waiting for the vegetables to be done. I'm just winging it this trip. That's kind of what we do. I mean, I guess I technically have some kind of idea, but we kind of do it. Fluffy gets the same. She's eligible for the free 21-day visa, but it doesn't make sense for her to get it since she stays here a long time. But then she gets the same visa as me. But definitely the same way that you're kicked out, buddy. So she technically gets the 21-day visa, but it doesn't make sense for her since she stays here a long time. She would have to leave every 21 days. She would get technically a free visa, but she'd have to leave every 20 days. So she just gets the same visa as me. 90 days, $25. But Fluffy has not done a visa run 2 times. She hasn't done the past 2 visa runs normally, because the last time her visa run was up, she went to the Philippines, so she didn't have to like apply for a new visa or go to the bus visa run. And then this visa run, she will be going back to the Philippines again. So the past 2 times doing a visa run, she's been able to kind of skip that. Not skip it, but she goes to the Philippines instead of doing a real official visa run. Yeah, we got an interview, or not an interview. We have a video consultation with Dennis at 11 o'clock. Yeah, she likes traveling. It's starting to simmer up pretty good. Let's try to turn that down a little bit. Let's turn it down. Those potatoes, hopefully those potatoes and carrots will cook. She cut them so big. So the only thing that I am worried about is it's going to take those potatoes a long time, the potatoes and carrots, a while. But hopefully that chicken doesn't get overcooked. Yep, we've traveled to a good amount of spots. Fluffy likes traveling too. My next visa is due, I think, September 17th. But I never leave exactly on the 17th or on the date. I usually give it a day or 2 ahead, or depending on when the bus ride. No, you can rent houses, but the thing that I've heard about houses is that most landlords, when you rent a house, they require 12. They usually ask for at least 12 months of a contract. So they usually ask for 12 months. So, if you're going to stay here a long time, and the other thing about Da Nang is that I've never heard of any houses on or somewhat near the beach. So, the downsides of the house is going to be you're going to be further from the beach, and you're probably going to have to sign a 12-month lease. That's what I've heard at a lot of places in Vietnam. Well, she tells me Da Nang. And she knows all the downsides that I tell you guys about the Philippines. She sees and understands too. Like even when she was there, she's like, "Oh, food is so expensive. My internet's not working. This is not working. There's no in drive." So she sees the exact same stuff that I see. Let me stir this a little bit. I'm pretty sure this chicken looks pretty much done. This is like to me, I'm gonna call this rustic chicken curry because the pieces are so chunked up and big. The carrots are big. So it's a much more rustic type. Yeah. I don't know how long this potatoes and stuff is gonna cook, but let's take a knife and let's check these potatoes. Well, they do look like they're cooking. Yeah, they're cooking through. There we go. So yeah, maybe a few more minutes. The pieces are just so damn huge, Fluffy. See, that's the size carrots we should have. But, like I said, what are you gonna do? Right? What are you gonna do? That's what my new saying is. We'll let this sit for a few more minutes. And then we'll dump that last of that coconut cream at the end. We'll dump that coconut cream at the end. And then the rice is done. That's done. You know what I really wish that I had? I wish I had a digital meat thermometer here. The thing is, I just don't want to buy so many items, man. One, we don't know how long we're ever going to stay here for. Two, if we leave, we have too much stuff. I already got the air fryer, we got the fan, we got the crock pot, we got all that stuff. And it's like... And I'm trying to get out of the USA mindset of buying everything. I had 2 digital thermometers in the USA. I had all kinds of pots, all kinds of pans. I had an air fryer, I had a crock pot, I had all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to get out of that. I would love, in theory, I would love to be a minimalist. But when I get out here, there's certain things that I'm like, man, I really wish I had this. Like the 2 biggest things that I really wish that I had, and kind of, I'm not going to say doesn't exist, but they're much more rare, is a gas stove and an oven. If I had a gas stove and an oven, I would love it. But, what did I say? What are you going to do? Yeah, not even a... Yeah, the debt part is true, but it's also, in USA, you're much more of a consumer. You definitely get into consuming a lot more. Oh, I gotta get this. Oh, I gotta buy this. Even if you're not in debt, you still just buy so much more stuff. I don't know. I want to, remember, like I said, my ultimate goal in life is to go to 100 countries. I would love to get to every country. This is the longest country I've ever lived in. I'm lucky I never got into the debt part in the USA. If you say, do you ever think, like meaning for the rest of the world, like for the rest of the lifetime, maybe, but do I think in the next year, 5 years, 10 years? No, I don't. I heard that from many people here. I've heard that from Lynn Visa when we're off camera. He tells me he doesn't think there's going to be a retirement visa. I don't believe there will be. I just don't believe there will be. 20 years, maybe, but do I believe in the next year? No. 5 years, probably not. 10 years, probably not either. Maybe past 10 years. Or here's the thing. If they do end up having a retirement visa, I think it would be very specific, like you have to be a millionaire, you have to own this kind of property. Do I think they're going to have a retirement visa like, hey, if you're 50 years old, you just pay $500 a year? I don't think so. And that's my opinion. I just don't get the sense that Vietnam is really, really wanting tourists here. Like, Thailand loves it, the Philippines loves tourism, and I just get the feel in the sense that Vietnam is like take it or leave it. Like, hey, we love the money coming in and all this, but it's not a deal breaker for us. That's at least my theory. Almost everything I moved abroad, I had all kinds of stuff. Best thing ever I did was get rid of everything. There is some stuff that I do miss though. Danong made out with the tsunami. No problem. No rain or nothing. Danong never gets hit. Like, everyone always talks about, like, hey, there's a tsunami coming, there's a typhoon coming. We never get hit. We never. It always misses us. So for me, that's fine. Let me check these carrots. Carrots look. Let me pop one of these carrots out, and then we'll try. I'll try to taste one of these carrots. That's pretty good. I'll add a little bit of pepper in here too. I love these pepper shakers, but this one just sucks. You gotta spin it about 927 times just to get a freaking teaspoon of pepper out. And see, like, there's not even a half of a teaspoon yet. I'll show you guys. Look at how many times I'm spinning it. Let me show you how much pepper came out of all that. No, I never worry about being denied, and multiple reasons. I know everyone is so fearful on that, but here's my take on being denied. So like we just talked about, Vietnam does not have a retirement long-term visa. So for one, I think they're way, way relaxed on not allowing people to not come back in. So I think that makes a difference because they understand that there's no long-term visa. And the other thing is, if you go through a visa agency, I think the visa agency is going to give you the heads up and say like, hey, there's something wrong with your visa prior to you getting on the bus. That's my belief. Because you forget, like if you go on the bus with people, like if you go on the bus with Lynn Visa, if one person's visa takes a long time or there's an issue, we have to wait for that person. So I don't think Lynn Visa or any visa is going to be like, yeah, let's take this person that we know is going to have a bad, hard time getting a visa. And now everyone's going to sit here and be upset and waiting for the other person. So that's my take on it. And like I said, Vietnam, I think you might not get your visa in advance before you get on the bus, but I think that the agencies know prior to you getting on the bus that you're getting your visa for sure. So that's why I don't worry about it. I guess technically I worried about it the first time I ever did it, but I don't worry about it at all now. Yeah, the carrot's not done yet. I'm thinking maybe a couple more minutes. Maybe a nice hot simmer. Oh yeah. I'm not. First of all, I don't have the money to travel to 100 countries right now. First of all, my lifetime goal is 100 countries. I've been to 20 so far. Once the channel starts growing, we will start branching out. And I don't believe I'm gonna go like, hey, I'm going to 100 countries all starting now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a visa run to this country. I'm gonna do a visa run to this country, this one, and then throughout time, I'll just keep spreading that out. Probably, I don't know what you mean by rig, but I think they're very relaxed on the visa for sure. I've never had a gas stove in Asia. That's one of the biggest things that I miss. It's one of the biggest things. Oven and gas stove. I love gas stoves. Tourists spend more money than retirees. I don't know what you mean. In the visa? The visa is all one price, whether you're a tourist. Well, remember, you can't be a retired person here. You can't, there's no retirement visa here. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. You need to diversify your smuggling business. I'm not a smuggler. I don't smuggle anything. Fluffy smuggles the rice. Mark smuggles the barbecue sauce, but I guess if anything, the only thing that I smuggle is my water bottle. I bring my water bottle everywhere, but why no retirement visa? I just I just don't think they want it. I think their idea is that we just don't want outsiders to be here. I think they're not, it's going to sound weird, but I don't think they don't need or want or care about the long-term money. I don't think that they want it. Thailand wants it, the Philippines wants it, and I just feel like Vietnam just like, hey, we don't mind them coming as tourists, but we don't want them to have a long-term visa. Engineers blog, what's up, buddy? That's my theory. Maybe it has to do something with the communist country. Maybe it has to do something with something, but that's what I just kind of believe. We are cooking now as well. Many apartments have gas stove. That's nice. I've been to 10 countries in Asia. I don't think I've ever had a gas stove. I think in one place, not here, but I actually think it was maybe the Philippines, we had an oven, but we haven't had that. So I do miss that. Now, I wouldn't move to a country just because they had a gas stove, but it would be nice because then I wouldn't have to rely on the crock pot and the air fryer. But man, if I ever, so you guys know I'm not a big fan of buying property, but let's say I ended up buying property, I would definitely have an oven and I would definitely have a gas stove. Gas stove, but here, I got to be clear. Gas stove meaning you turn it on in your house. I'm not talking about propane where you go refill the bottle. I don't like that. I like USA style gas stoves. You turn the knob on and gas shoots up. The consumer, the customer never refills the gas. Gas in USA, you just turn on. I didn't realize in Asia, like, oh, you got to call a propane man and he refill. No, I don't want none of that. I don't want to be dealing with gas and propane. I'm talking about you pay a monthly bill of however, it's just like your electricity bill. However much gas you use, you're charged. I don't want this. Like Fluffy's like, we got gas. So I was like, where? And she's like, yeah, you go fill up your propane tank. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking about that. I don't like that. To me, it's so dangerous. I consider it to be dangerous. Yeah, I like the regular USA gas stoves. I don't like to mess around with that propane stuff. If I had a house, whether here or in Philippines or wherever I moved, I would definitely have a barbecue, an awesome badass barbecue. I would have a gas stove and I would have an oven. Even if I had to remodel and add that and take out this and take out that. So I think this is done. This is going to be done. We're going to add this last half of this cream in there. Because this is what they always tell me is to add that last bit of cream. Fluffy cut these pieces so damn big. It's supposed to be a bite size, but like I said, what are you going to do? Let's just check it. Let's just check this chicken is good. Let's cut this piece. Cut this piece, guys. Yep, that's done. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Okay, so that's done. Let's add this last bit of cream in there. We got the salt, we got the pepper. When I say gas stove, though, I mean you do this. You hit the gas stove and you're billed by the month of however much you use. Please don't speak of gas stoves as where you go refill the propane. That makes me so mad. I do not like that idea. That seems so damn dangerous to me. And that's such a hassle. I don't like, hey, I'm cooking and all of a sudden I run out of propane. Now I'm screwed. No, I don't like that. We got the awesome place, only $200 a month near Beer Street. How do you know how many square meters it is? Remember, I'm very particular. I need at least 50 square meters. That's my minimum. I can't do the little places. Gas, electric, wood, whatever gets the job done. So we're gonna add this last cream. Fluffy! I'm gonna show you how nice I make my plate. I wish I would have had some peppers. I forgot to get some spicy peppers. Fluffy, there's your plate. Here's my plate.
Oh,
What?
did you add the cream?
I'm about to right now. Why are you sleeping? I live in Thailand and me and the girlfriend are traveling. Do you know how many square meters that place was? I would love to know what size places are out there, especially for $200.
In Thailand? Oh, Ben said he went to a...
But you think this is done?
Yeah. After cream. So after the next stir.
Here's the last of the cream. And hold on, just to get a little bit of this out, let's just add a little.
Dartho son.
Let's just get. We added a little water just to get all that last little bit out. Adding natural gas generator for emergency. So that's supposedly the little trick that they say add the last of the coconut cream at the end.
It's turning yellow.
I wish we had some
You can
cilantro
put
and I
pepper.
wish I would have had some spicy peppers, but it's okay. Parsley. There we go.
Oh, you didn't add cayenne for
It's okay.
paprika.
Paprika. Fluffy calls it paprika. I'm a city guy. I'm not gonna say
Hey,
I
baller.
hate. I'm not. I like this. I like the mountains and stuff for like a little getaway, but I would get extremely bored living in a place like that. I like the city, man. I'm a city guy.
What did you say?
What, Fluffy?
Spicy.
Spicy? There's nothing even spicy in there.
Yeah.
Fluffy didn't say good or bad or nothing. So there must be something wrong with it. I guess I'll have to try it. 48, okay, 48's not bad. 48's not bad. 48 is almost my minimum. 2 square meters, I could probably work with that. Fluffy, you're...
What?
Look at this. So let me make my nice plated up. Let me do mine. I like to do my fancy rice. I'll show you guys my fancy rice. Here's my fancy rice. $8.90 a month. Jeez. $8.90 a month would get you almost anything out here. Not anything, but I bet damn near 80% of anything out here. Okay, where's that thing? I like how they do this in restaurants. They do this. They pack it down. There we go. We gotta pack this down. I like my rice to look good. Ta-da! Good. My spoon's falling. Wash my hands. Now, where's the ladle? See, Fluffy gets her rice and it's all unnice. She just slops it on there. Right, Fluffy? Fluffy does the slop method. Oh, now she's trying to copy me. Here we go. So I'll show you guys the proper way. Here's the proper way. First, you get a bunch of liquid, because I love the liquid. So I get a bunch of this liquid first. Me, I love the liquid. I could literally, on a good yellow curry, I could just eat the sauce. I don't even need the chicken or anything else. If it's a good curry.
Don't get my boat.
Fluffy said she deboned everything. There's some vegetables. Let me try. Let me hopefully don't get the chicken with the bone. Let me get a little of these bell peppers. The potatoes and the carrots. Let me strain that.
See, it's not that big anymore.
It's very big, Fluffy. Mine would be half. Let me get a carrot or two and a potato. There we go. I'm gonna do that. A little bit more sauce. Get it just so it's all over. Now let me plate this up. Let me show you guys. Let me try to move this. There we go, guys. Let's let you guys see this. Let's move this down a little bit. Three-bedroom? No, I would never need. I mean, if I ever went to a three-bedroom, that would mean a house that I bought or something. But I would never rent a three-bedroom. That's just. I love bigger places, but for me, 3 bedrooms is overkill for me. We could even, if I could find a 50 square meter in our building, 1 bedroom, same layout, same everything here, I'd move to a 1 bedroom. 3 bedroom, the only way I would ever see myself in a 3 bedroom is if I actually bought that place. But for a rental, 3 bedrooms would be too big for me. Probably the only carbs I miss is potatoes. I'm not that worried about cheap, nor do I want to pay a high price. I'm living and traveling. Poland is not too cold. Poland is not too cold. I've never been to Poland. I had a trip planned to Poland, and then COVID killed it. Let me give a quick, before I eat, let me give a quick plug to my new video. I just uploaded this maybe 2 hours ago, I think it was. Where's it at? Here it goes. So as soon as you guys are done with this, please, if you have not watched it, yeah, 2 hours ago. Is this the Costco of Vietnam? Is that the Vietnam of Costco? Go check that video out as soon as we're done. That was just released. Also, if you're coming to Da Nang and you guys want all the tips, the tricks, the strategy, all that right there, click on my YouTube page. There's a section called More. You click right there, you scroll down, and it's called the Da Nang Welcome Guide. And you click on this, and this is what my amazing ebook looks like. Let me show you. Let me show you. Will Travel's Guide to Da Nang, Vietnam, 20 pages of tips, tricks, and insider info. We've already had big thumbs up. 17 people have bought this, and I think I just released this about 7 days ago, so a lot of people are jumping in on it, so I appreciate it. I don't know. Fluffy hasn't made any noise about this. Sometimes she'll say, good. But she hasn't said much, so I'm surprised.
He said curry.
She says it tastes like curry, but we'll see. Let me try it. I'll give you guys know I'll give you the real. I'll give you guys the real breakdown on it. Let's see. Let's see. I'll tell you guys. First, we'll try just a little bit of rice. And we'll just try a little bit of rice and the yellow curry. Let's try this out. Let's see. I'll give you guys my honest opinion. It's not bad. It's just the flavor's just not coming through. That's what I think it is. It's kind of
Let it sit aside first, because like after a day.
It's like mellow. That's what I would say. Oh, you just got back in Da Nang. JJ's in Da Nang. I thought you were coming out either at the end of this week or next week. But yeah, big thumbs up. JJ, we did a live stream the other day. We just made, look what we just made. Some Thai curry. So I made some homemade one. I don't know, the last one that I made was better, but check out JJ's channel. You guys click on him. He does videos back in Bangkok, but he's out here in Da Nang again. So check out his channel.
But it made a little difference, Fluffy, because this one has ginger.
Fluffy told me to get the cream instead of the milk. I've always got the milk before. So in my defense, I can say that. But the last time I made it, this is the first time I tried this package, but everybody told me this is the brand to get. It's just a little mild. It's not very curry-y. It like the flavor's not coming through a lot. But I used way more chicken this time, and way more vegetables. So maybe that soaked up the juice or something. It's not bad. I'm just gonna say it's not as curry as the last one. It's not bad. I'm just saying it's not as intense curry flavor. If you guys want to know in baht, I'll give you guys in baht and pesos what we pay for our apartment and then our bills. Because we do get some people from Thailand and we get some people from the Philippines. So for my rent, I'm paying 27,000 pesos. But remember, 27,000 pesos includes the rent, the water, the electricity too. So you could probably find a place in the Philippines, I'm not sure if this big and near a beach, for 27,000, but then you would still have to pay an expensive electric bill on top of that 27. Ours is already included. Or in Thailand, if you guys are in Thailand, our 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom on the beach here is 15,000 baht. So we're paying 15,000 baht. We're paying 15,000 Thai baht for our place here that includes rent, water, and electricity. I've never done. I don't like the thicker one though. I like it very saucy because I love the sauce. I think this is my third or my fourth curry that I've made, and I've never used a thickener. I'm having bonnet. Man, you gotta try. You should have, JJ. Next time you go get bonnet, go try palette. Palette is becoming very popular now. I would like to take a little bit of credit of that, but it's a great place. 40,000. The owners are great. The food is great. We just had a palette yesterday. Let me look at the place that you're looking at. Definitely try out palette. Not even if you don't want bonnet, they offer a lot of stuff. But let me see if I've ever heard of this one. Oops. Maybe it's this one. I don't see it on Google Maps. Maybe I didn't put it in right. Malaysia is great. Your rent is like 200 more than me. How big is your place? I know you mentioned it, but I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure you're not on the beach, right? I know you're in a beach city, but I don't know how close to the beach you are. And your rent, does your rent include electricity though? Because remember, the price that I gave you, 15,000, is including water, rent, electricity, all of it. So when I tell people my rent price, they quickly forget that it's including unlimited electricity. What? Why are you not happy? I am happy. I'm not sure why you say not happy. The I guess I'm kind of the type. I'm never. I'm not gonna. This is not happy or sad, but I'm never satisfied. I always. If you guys watch football, you guys know Jim Harbaugh. He always says, if you're not improving, now I can't remember it. Famous quote. I used to always say it. Oh, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So for me, we celebrate the other day. We had the 8,000 subscriber meetup, and then we did another live stream after that. But for me, I'm always looking towards the next goal. So for me, I don't ever like to celebrate and be like, oh, I got 8,000, let's kick back. And when I get 8,000, I say, hey, when are we going to get 9? When are we going to get 10? Yeah, it does taste, it usually tastes a little bit better the next day. I haven't even tried none of this chicken yet. Man, look at Fluffy. I can just hear her spoon. Fluffy, you're eating so fast. Oh my God, she didn't even leave a crumb. Look at mine. Malaysia does have a good visa. It's got 90 days for us Americans. Here's the problem. It's more expensive than Danong, and Fluffy can't get the 90-day visa. So that's the problem. That's the problem. Jim Harbaugh? Yeah, man. I liked him when he was our 49ers coach. Let me try the chicken. Mmm. Chicken is not bad. 90-day visa for us Americans is $25. $25 single entry if you do it yourself online. If you pay an agency, it'll be a little more, but $25 single entry for Americans, $50 if you do the multiple entry, but most people don't need the multiple entry. Mmm. That carrot was really good. It needs a little spice too. I usually put peppers in here. Fluffy, man, you love that. Fluffy's eating plates full of it. Malaysia, us Americans get a 90-day free visa. So that's the good part about Malaysia. But Malaysia, so if you guys are asking me from my eyes, my perspective, the downsides of Malaysia for me, myself, Malaysia has the same exact length of visa, 90 days, but it's for free. But the downside is it costs more money, and Fluffy can only get 30-day visa.
Even if I apply for visa extension?
I think Fluffy can apply for a visa extension, but she can only do it one time, and that's it. So it's like she can get a 30-day, and then she gets like a 30-day visa, and then she can apply for an extra 30, making it like a 60-day, and then that's it. She's got to leave.
So no 90 days?
No, there's no 90 days for her. I've never had the return trip ticket, never. And I've been in and out well over 10 times. People say Malaysia's low cost, but they're not comparing it to Danang or Vietnam. They're comparing it more to like Singapore. They're comparing it to South Korea, Japan. But there's no way that Malaysia, especially Kuala Lumpur, is cheaper than Danang. Yeah, I think us Americans can do the visa runs, but not Fluffy. Not Fluffy. So that's the problem. A lot of the places that I would like to go, like I would love to go do a Chinese visa run, but it's hard for Fluffy to get a visa there. But we would have went to China already probably by now, because I have a 10-year visa in China. I only get it's a 10-year expiration visa, and I can go for 60 days at a time, and Fluffy can't get that. Me, I've never been to Kuala Lumpur. The biggest problem with Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia though for Baller is Fluffy. She can't stay long term. That's the problem. So even if I was able to budget there, she just couldn't stay there. She couldn't stay there. That's the biggest problem. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with like a lot of these places. Like, we would have already done a visa run to China, but she can't go. What we would have done is we would have took Vietnam railways, the train, all the way up north, went up to Hue, went up to Dong Hoi, Vinh, and then we would have done our visa run into China. But I think it's possible, but there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of stuff for Fluffy to get it. Everybody that I know, even when I talk to Gio, because Gio really loves Malaysia, but even he says, yeah, you're not gonna get a 2-bedroom, go out to dinner every single night and do it for $700 with 2 people. He says it's slightly more, but he said it's definitely not the same price. Every single person I've told you, everybody I know, Gio has told me this. I think you just met up with Gio again. I think that on the stream you said it. Everybody, if you guys are in the live stream, anybody will know Malaysia, especially Kuala Lumpur, is more expensive. He told me the opposite. He told me, my friend Kevin that I have, he's been to both. And so almost all of these guys will tell you that they like Malaysia better, but they do say it's more expensive. At least compared to my budget for what I live for. Now, there's some guys that live out here in Da Nang and spend like $2,000 a month. So then for them, they're like, oh, I can live for $1,800 in Malaysia. But for my budget, for what I get, I couldn't get that in Malaysia. The problem for me about Japan is 3 things. So for me, Japan is, you're going to get a tiny place. We would never get a 65 square meter for $400. You would get a tiny little closet, maybe a bigger than a closet. Fluffy couldn't get the visa there. And I'm just not a big fan of Japan. Nothing personal or nothing, but it's kind of weird to say this, but I like the more, I'm not going to say dirty or anything, but I like the more grittier lifestyle. Japan is very sterile. Clean, sterile, everyone wears a mask. Like, that's just not really my style. I've been to Japan, Tokyo twice. So what I hear that people like about, here's the 2 things that interest me about Malaysia. I like that they have the subway system there, and everyone raves about their food. They say that they have the mix because there's like Chinese food, there's Indian food, there's Malaysian food, there's Chinese food. So I like that aspect. The biggest downside is Fluffy can't get the visa. Yeah, 700. You couldn't do it in either of those places. You could, but it would be a huge. This is the only place that I could live this style budget. I mean, look at it. I'll show you guys how big this place is. Look at this. So this is our kitchen, right? This is our kitchen. This is our living room. This is our spare bedroom. Like in Japan, this would probably be your whole apartment. This is just our spare room for our clothes and our storage. And then here is my bathroom. Like this would only probably be smaller and you'd only have one bathroom. Then here's our second bedroom. Here's Fluffy's bathroom. Look, this is Fluffy's bathroom with her walk-in shower, right? Walk-in shower. There's my bed. And then here is our view on the top of a 42-story building, right? Facing the city. Look at this. And then, so this place cost me $480 a month, and that's with unlimited electricity included. So technically, if you want to break down just the rent of it, this is probably $420 a month, because I'm probably paying $50 to $60 in electricity. But I made a deal with the landlord, like unlimited. Just tell me what you want for the whole place. I don't pay electricity separate, no matter how much I use. So this is $480 with rent, water, electricity, internet, everything, everything. And the beach is literally right there. This is the street right before the beach. Yeah, I don't have the pool or the gym, but I'm not into those amenities. I'd rather get the bigger space, the location, and the price. We've had many places, like even when we stayed in Nha Trang, I never went in the pool. I never used any of that stuff. There is one bedrooms here, but the problem is that most of the landlords are charging damn near 80 to 90% of what it is to get a two bedroom. So it's crazy. 300 a month. But even if I got your deal, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to stay long term. The visa. I can't get the visa in Thailand. I'm very curious. I already know, well, my history of Bangkok. I know food is a little bit more expensive and transportation is more expensive. But I'm very curious to see. Vietnam is the same way. Vietnam, 90% of the time, eating out is cheaper or at least as cheap, damn near, as cooking. I like to cook because I like to make specific stuff. But if you go to a local restaurant, like we go eat at George Costanza's, and it's $1.30. But when I read about Malaysia's long-term visa, I think they said you could buy property there, but it's not like you can buy anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you had to buy like the only property, it was either in Singapore or Malaysia. The only property that you could buy had to be valued at like over $200,000. Like you couldn't go get a $50,000 house or something like that. But see, JX, I don't value any of that stuff. Like all the stuff that most travelers look for, like people that go to Bangkok, they're like, I love it. I got a spa, I got a pool, I got a gym, I got a modern condo. For me, I'd rather pay cheaper amount, get a bigger size place. I don't care about the pool. I don't care about the gym. I don't care about the spa. I don't care if I have a less modern couch and the place isn't all marble. I don't care about none of that. I care about where the location is, the price, and for me, it's about size. Like in Bangkok, a lot of guys will be like, man, I got a spa, I got a pool. And then you're like, oh, how big is your place? They're like, oh, it's 22 square meters. And I'm like, geez, Louise. For me, I don't value that stuff. Some people do, but for me, my biggest thing is size, then price, and location. If you go to places, oh, remember, George Costanza cost me $1.30. The Bonet place cost me about $1.60. Banh Mi cost me 80 cents. Our cheapest meal is George Costanza, so that's $1.30, right? Our most expensive restaurant that we go to constantly is Bikini Bottoms, and Bikini Bottoms cost me $4.80. So all my meals range from $1 to a max of $5. Yeah, Bangkok is good too. This is what I really like about Asia. Asia, you could live on a budget of almost anything. If you want to spend a lot or little, you can. In the USA, there's not that lifestyle. In USA, there's kind of a bottom flat line and then everything higher. Whereas in Asia, you can kind of live at an extremely backpacker rate. Like in the USA, there's no hostels, there's no backpacker places. It's very, very, very rare. I never see hostels in the USA. Hostels are just not a thing. In Asia, you could live on almost any kind of budget. You could buy anything. Minimum price is about 135,000. I like the BTS in Bangkok. That's one of my things that I really like. I love. Remember, I don't drink, I don't party, I don't go to clubs, but I like Bangkok. I like Bangkok because of the parks. I like them because of the BTS. I like them because of the malls. I love Terminal 21 food court. I like the street food there. I even like the 7-Elevens. I like going to the street markets. I like going to the Sunday market. I like a lot of stuff like that. Expats, they have a scooter as a location is not as important to us. We have to access the full of it. For me, it's not worth it. We know a guy, I won't mention his name, but he just got into a scooter accident. He was one of the biggest proponents of you need to get a scooter, and now he got into a scooter accident, and it cost him a lot of money to go to the hospital. So he could have spent a whole year's worth of Grab getting around to any place. Now he went to the hospital, and he spent uh, a lot of millions on a hospital bill. Oh, there's Mitzi right there. It was Mitzi. So he spent a lot of money. Um, that's why I just don't do it. I don't do it. Um, and here's another story about Dale. So Dale, apparently he moved out further away, right? And now his electricity bill was extremely high. So now, remember, he moved away and saved some money? With his electricity bill, it would have been almost the same amount that he was staying here living at. So now he's kind of debating. I don't know if he'll end up coming back here in this area, but I think he spent 6.8 million on the place that's over by Lynn Visa, and out here he was spending 8, right? So he saved like 2 million a month, but then guess what? His electricity bill was 3 times more expensive there, and he rented a scooter. So now he's almost spent the same amount of money to live over by Lynn Visa. Tsunami's gonna hit the West Coast. You know what? One of you guys were in here telling me the other day, "Hey man, there's a tsunami. There was in Japan or Hawaii." I didn't hear about it, but I just read the news today that there was like a 8.8 something earthquake. You guys kept telling me like there's a tsunami warning, but no one mentioned there was a 8.8 earthquake in Russia. Like you guys skipped over the big part. I forgot who it was, but someone was like, "Hey man, in Hawaii there's a tsunami warning." That shouldn't have been the lead thing that you guys told me. You guys should have said, "Hey man, there was an 8.8 earthquake in Russia." Like today I was going through the news and I looked and I was like 8.8 and I was like, "No, this must be a clickbait or something." And I read it and then it said it sent tsunami warnings to like other countries, right? No one, not one person mentioned the 8.8 earthquake in here. People were saying, "Hey, there's a tsunami warning here in Hawaii. Hey, there's a tsunami warning in Japan." Not one of you guys told me there was a freaking 8.8. 8.8 is huge. I think I looked up real quick what the biggest earthquakes in history are. I think we've had 4 or 5 earthquakes in the nines. And that's like, damn, that might be like the top like 7 or 8 earthquake ever. No, he didn't, Dart Son. He got hurt. He had to go to the hospital. The restaurant I'm at, Geeks, like I'm in the Philippines. The staff totally ignoring me. Forgot my water. You know what I've noticed? I don't know if it's this timing or what. All the regular restaurants that I've been going to lately, not all, I'm going to say about 50%, they've been messing up a little bit. They've been 100% awesome for the past year and a half. We went to Palette. They brought us out our other guest order wrong. And then another restaurant messed up on something else. But we've never had a problem, but just recently in about the past week. The news is a lot of times in fear-based. The earthquake was underwater 8 miles. I must have not seen it. I did see the people talking about the tsunami and the Hawaii and stuff like that, but I didn't see that. We have mountains protecting us. So as of now, I really probably would put Bangkok as my number 2. Bangkok would probably be my number 2. Um, I'm trying to think if there's any place. If I had to, so put it this way, I'll rank it this way. If I had to leave Da Nang but stay in Vietnam, I think I would probably either go to Quy Nhon or Hue as of now. If I had to leave Vietnam as the whole country, I would probably do the education visa in Thailand, but I just don't know. I would have to really, really downgrade 20 or 30% of my lifestyle to go live in Bangkok. That would probably be my guess at this point. Mm, it's 8:40. Remember we got tip. Duong Hung, what's up, buddy? I think we got a tip, and I want to go out because they said, "Hey, go get a watermelon juice." I got a video consultation at 11, and it's 8:50. We'll see if Fluffy wants to go out. We'll try to go somewhere. I don't know if we'll be able to go all the way across town, not across town, but across our neighborhood to go get a watermelon juice. But we'll see what Fluffy wants. Um, me? I'm not sure if you're talking about the ladies. Not for me. I'm not sure if you were referring to someone else. I've told you guys, I never have, and I never will pay a woman ever. I don't hang out in bars, I don't drink, so for me, I've never met a woman in a club. I don't go to clubs. I think the last time I went to a club, I was probably like 23, 24 years old. And every time I've been to Bangkok, I've been with Fluffy. So maybe he was talking about someone else, but not me. You know, we get 365. Oh, so this is what my plan was, but everything happens for a reason, right? So 2019, when I got back from Asia, I was already packing up my stuff in USA, and I already knew I was leaving. I purchased, bought, paid for April 28th, 2020. I had my landing spot was Poland. I was going to go from Poland back to Prague, back to Budapest. Then I was going to go down and go to Albania. I was going to go down to Turkey, Croatia, Bosnia, and Ukraine. This is before the Ukraine situation happened too. And then I was going to end up in Tbilisi, and I was going to stay there on the 1 year visa. And I was basically going to build my YouTube channel there. But I remember it was like yesterday. My Poland place was booked. My Tbilisi Airbnb was booked. April 28th, 2020. I remember it like it was yesterday. April 12th, I remember them shutting down all the planes. It was 17 days before I got on the plane. All my stuff got canceled. 16 days. 16 days before. Fractured my tibia? Yeah, that's probably the most important part that everyone was wondering. Is like, what happened to the cat? Was the cat okay? Twisted? No. I will never pay a woman to have sex. I will never pay a woman to hang out with me. You, if you guys want to, I don't mind it. But in my mind, there's certain things that I don't do. I won't eat seafood. I won't do parasailing. I will never pay a woman, especially a woman that I've never met, to pretend to like me or spend time with me. That is my theory, and no matter what, I will never change my mind on that. I don't agree with that. So I don't mind taking a woman to the movies. I don't mind taking a woman to dinner. I don't mind doing stuff like that. And at the beginning, in my past, usually if I meet someone, she'll pay for her ticket, I'll pay for mine. But sometimes, sometimes I'll say, screw it. Hey, I invited you out. I'll pay for the movies. I'll pay for the dinner. No problem. But I would never hand over cash and say, hey, I know you don't like me, and you would never hang out with me in the world unless I was paying you something. That's what I'm trying to get after. So for me, these women will not hang out with you. If you think you went to a club, do you think that lady would go hang out with you for free? Or if you just say, hey, let's just go walk the beach, that lady would not hang out with you. So I don't believe in that. Let me try to finish this before it gets cold. That's my theory. I don't know what your guys' theory is, but I would never pay someone. It's renting someone. I don't rent people. I This is probably why I don't have that many friends, especially back in the USA, because I don't want to hang around people unless they really really want to hang out with me. But I don't have a big group of friends. The people that hang out with me in the USA are people that genuinely want to hang out with me. But I couldn't. I'd feel terrible. My what would you say? Maybe my conscience. I could never be like, hey, I know this lady deep down doesn't like me or doesn't even care to hang out with me, but she'll hang out with me now because I give her some money. I couldn't do that. Fluffy. Huge difference. Hookers do not want to be with you. Women that are interested want to be with you. I guess that's the biggest part that I need to get across. Those women, you would never, like, put it this way. Fluffy would hang out with me if I said, Fluffy, we're not going to spend any money. Fluffy would hang out with me. She would walk on the beach. A hooker would never hang out with me. If I said, hey, hooker, I know that you're out here trying to make money, but can we just walk the beach for free? Never would they hang out with you. So it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Those women would never hang out with you if there was no money. Fluffy and other women that I've been with have paid for the dates themselves, paid for me, or did a walk, did anything like that. That's the huge difference. Is it easy to build friendships? To be honest, most of my friends are non-locals. Our local friends are people that we meet at like restaurants and stuff. I think if I was like in the Philippines, I would have more local friends because of the English. But out here, we would have a lot more local friends if we had a similar language. A waitress that serves me. No, the waitress gets paid by the restaurant. I don't give tips. Very very rarely do I give tips at a regular restaurant. So I'm not paying the waitress, where the waitress is being paid by the owner. I don't mind if they do it. It's just not my style. Just like I don't hate people that eat seafood. I don't eat seafood. I don't like seafood. I don't hate people that stay at hostels. I don't stay at hostels. It's not my style. It's not my style. I can understand why some people do it, but it's just not my style. Like there's so many people that can live in a studio. I would never live in a studio, but I don't hate people because they live in a studio. Mm, I don't see it that way. If I guarantee you, if I ran out of money, I would like to think all the women that I've been with, at least the majority, would still be with me. If I told Fluffy tomorrow, like, hey, Fluffy, I, I, s- I bet on black at the casino and I lost all my money, she wouldn't say, oh, okay, I'm leaving now. She would go work, maybe a second job. She would try to figure it out. That's the difference. I like people to be genuinely interested in me, not my money, interested in me. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that theory that you're leasing. So, Kevin Federline. Do you guys remember Kevin Federline? He was Britney Spears' like first husband or something. He made less money. So, in that case, is the woman renting a boyfriend? I don't see it that way. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Um, but I don't look at it as renting though. I don't look at it that way. I look at so here's how I look. This is how I've always been, even when I'm young. I will only have a girlfriend if I think there's potential for it to be longer. I wouldn't, if I knew there was a dead end with a woman, I wouldn't be with them. I just wouldn't, because you know what's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but I've always been extremely nervous about getting a woman pregnant and then being stuck with that person since I've been 18 years old, because I had a lot of family members that had kids at like 16, 17. So I told myself, man, I'm not going to get involved with any woman because I have way too many friends or family members that got someone pregnant at 16, 17, 18 years old, and they have to deal with that woman for another 18 years. And I've seen, man, terrible, terrible situations, man, where these guys hate these women for 18 years, but there's nothing they can do. They got to live with, not live, but they got to deal with these women and drop the kids off. And for me, that's terrible, man. Well, I mean, first of all, I'm a legal guy, and some of these places, depending on where you're at, now you're getting in a slippery slope, Darson, because it's not legal everywhere. So are you saying because in Bangkok and certain parts it's legal? What about in the USA? Prostitution's illegal in the USA. So does that make it okay? More important than anything, I've been poor and well off. Would rather have someone stick. Yeah, I'm the same way. A lot of these guys believe the man is always renting, but I don't see it that way. It's illegal in Thailand, so I guess Darth's son is saying that he supports breaking the law. Then we could put it that way too. Darth's son, do you support breaking the law? Fluffy. I'm gonna see if she wants to go out. We have about an hour. Fluffy! Huh? Do you want to go out? I don't know, to go get a flan or something for 1 hour. I can't hear you. She said yes. She's allowing us. Oh yeah, everyone has. I understand that. Everyone's jaywalked. Everyone's done everything. And I don't judge people, man. Like, in my lifetime, I've had really good friends that are range from everything. I've had family or really good friends that have spent years in prison. I've had homeless people that are friends. I've had millionaires that are my friends. I've had famous people that are my friends. I I don't judge anybody. Like I'm not the type of person that'll be like, "Oh, this person did this." Like I think I've had almost a range of every single family member or friends. I've had family that's been in prison. I've had some family that's rich. I've had some family that's homeless. Like I've had everything, and I don't judge people based. I judge people. Every person that I judge in my life is based on how I interact and how my interactions with them go. What's up, Jace? I think we're gonna take a quick walk. 63%. I don't know. I would like to go do the juice place, but I have a video consultation at 11. So I can't be out too late. I'm trying to think where we can go. I mean, technically we still have that birthday cake. I wonder if Fluffy wants to get a birthday cake and go sit somewhere. We got a whole half of a birthday cake from yesterday. Do I sleep? Yeah, I sleep. I've been getting up early for me the past few days. And I know probably tomorrow I'm going to end up getting a Shopee call saying, "Hey, we got your package downstairs." But I've been getting up around 9 something lately. And I usually for me, 10 o'clock is about the time that I wake up. Underwater, do you sleep? You are painting a picture of me as an evil doer? I just want adults to make adult decisions. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the boat that I don't care if they legalize everything. I'm just a person that follows the rules. I try to follow the rules. Like tomorrow, if they said, "Hey, uh, prostitution is legal, I would say, okay, that's fine, no problem. And if today they say it is, I just like, I just believe in following rules. Everyone can't do it all the time. I understand that. I just like people were like, "Oh, this rule shouldn't be in the USA," and I'm like, I understand. Let's instead of complaining about it, let's change the rule. But whatever the rule is, I like to tend to follow it. Like, what do they tell me? What's a perfect example? Like they tell me out here, hey man, everyone breaks the rules. People get above 50cc scooters. I will not break that rule. I don't agree with it. It doesn't make sense that I can rent a 50cc scooter but not 100. Like, why? Like, I should either be able to rent all or none. But until they change that rule, I will follow that rule. Got rounded up. There's a lot of stuff that I don't think should be illegal, but they are, and you got to kind of follow the. I don't think that we should be paying income tax in a lot of situations, but it's a law and you have to do it. I didn't believe. I mean, there's just tons of rules that I don't follow. Not that I don't follow, but I don't believe in them, but I still have to follow. Yeah, I never want to break rules in another country. That's another one.
Where are we walking?
I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do.
You were inviting me to go out.
Somewhere for maybe an hour. We can either go somewhere, but we got to be back like within a little bit of an hour, or we can cut a piece of cake and go sit somewhere, or we can go get something somewhere.
We picked up a piece of cake and sit where? The beach.
Either the beach, either downstairs,
Why do you
or
want to go out?
I don't remember. The guy gave a tip early. Wanted us to get a watermelon juice. Plus, we have about an hour to kill, and all you've been doing today is staying inside, Fluffy. You need to do some
I
steps.
went out.
But see, I don't like that, man. I don't like bribing. I hate that because then it encourages people to bribe, and it's like it's just bad. That's a law. What do you want to do, Fluffster?
Um, you get watermelon.
I wouldn't mind it, but are we going to be able to walk there, walk back within about an hour? It's going to be very quick to do that. So here's what's always funny when people say face my fears. Here's the I face Please tell me where this is not a fear. I left my home country with 1 year of cost of living, no income, no retirement. I sold everything to my name. I would imagine, isn't that one of the biggest fears to face? Riding a scooter is nothing compared to saying, hey, I'm leaving my country. I have no clue what I'm going to do. I have no income source coming in. To me, how much more of a fear can you face? Riding a scooter is like, oh, that's so scary. But leaving your home country, having nobody you know in another country with no source of income, I think that's a pretty big fear to face. Use any American? I don't use any credit cards. I've used my debit card maybe 3 times ever here. Maybe. I All I do is pull out my monthly spending money. I usually spend about 20 million, maybe a little less, but I'll pull out 20 million a month and then I just spend cash on everything. It's not though, Darson, where can I can't get a job anywhere. I can't get a job anywhere. If the channel wouldn't have got monetized, I would have ran out of money. If the channel wouldn't have got monetized, and remember, this is the first month that I'll ever break even. But if I would have not got monetized back in September, that only slowed the bleeding down because I still was spending money out of pocket every month. It was good. We did a live stream, Ben. Yeah, most of the places accept credit card or some kind of debit card. I just don't like to use it. I don't want to either lose my card or have a fraud charge and then have to contact the USA and get a new card. We love the buffet. We went last night. We did a live stream, so if you want to check it out, you can go watch the live stream from last night. It was Fluffy's birthday, and we did a long live stream. I could teach English, but it's very low paying, and it's like working the rat race. So out here, so I applied for a teaching job. They wanted me to work 2 hours a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's 6 hours a week times $17. I was gonna make like $700, $600 a month. My bills are $750. Like, what am I gonna do? Then the worst part is they said, "Oh, well, we can give you an extra 2 hours a day, right?" But that meant I had to go from 8 to 10. Then they wanted me to go back home from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, come back, so get another in drive or another grab to drive back and spend money out of my own pocket to go teach for 2 more hours. So then maybe with those extra hours, I would have made $900 a month. I would have been living the rat race. That's exactly what I left the USA for. I didn't want to be working every single day of my life, night and day, to break even. What's the point of leaving your home country to either barely break even or not break even outside of your country? It doesn't make sense. That's why the only decision about teaching would have been for me to leave and go to China, because China will pay me $4,000 a month, give me a free apartment, Mondays through Fridays, no nights, a month off in summer, 2 months off in winter. Vietnam won't give you that. Vietnam will give you like 7 hours a week, no free apartment. You'll work nights, you'll work weekends, and it's not worth it. I appreciate it, Jace. I appreciate it, buddy. I would take the 2-hour teaching job. No, it doesn't. It's not worth it for me because I could do live streams. I could do my YouTube and make the same or more than doing something that I'm not that passionate about. Yeah, 6 hours. So the company that I applied for, they wanted to give me, I think it was 6. They said maximum 9 hours a week times $17 an hour. It was going to end up being like $700. My bills are $750. So I'm going to have to get up, get dressed, go commute twice a day to there, back to there, to go do something that I'm not passionate about. It's like, I might as well just go back to the USA and go make more money. But I'm not here. I'm only going to take a job if it benefits me. I'm supposed to go work for 6 months and say, hey, let me work my way up. I left the USA. Remember, I haven't worked for the man in about 8 years. When I was back in the USA, I traded stocks online, so I was my own boss. Also, I had my own reselling business. So I determined my schedule. I determined what I bought. I determined what I made. I'm not going to go be a puppet. And the worst thing is to go be a puppet and still not even make money. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'd rather do my YouTube channel. I'd rather do my YouTube channel that I enjoy and make the same amount of money or more than to go be a corporate puppet for a teaching organization where I'm not even getting the money reward. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. With 6 hours a week, you still have plenty of time. I'm not that tight because with 6 hours, it's much more than 6 hours. I'll explain this why. So they wanted me to come like do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But this is what I hate about the teaching. It won't. So I would have loved 6 hours. I would have said, okay, yeah, I'll come work Monday, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, right? They go, no, it doesn't work that way. We take a break from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I'm like, I'm supposed to come on a Monday for 2 hours. They're like, well, we can give you 4 hours. And I go, okay, what time would it start? You think, oh, okay, 8 o'clock to 12, right? No. It's 8 o'clock to 10. Then you go home on an unpaid 2 or 3 hour break.
and then I would have to take a Grab back. So I'm spending $3 to get there, $3 to get back, and then I go sit for at home for 3 or 4 hours, and then I take another $2 or $3 Grab there, and then I teach 2 more hours, and then I take another $3. So I'm spending $9 or $12 a day on Grabs to make $60 doing something that I'm not passionate about. Why go spend the same amount of effort teaching in Vietnam to make $900 where I can go move to China, go teach the same amount or less hours a week, but make $4,000 a month, get a free apartment. Vietnam's not gonna give me a free apartment, and I only work Mondays through Fridays, no nights, no weekends, and I get a month off during summer paid and 2 months off in winter. Vietnam won't give me an apartment. They'll make me work weekends. They'll make me work nights. No free apartment. No 1 month off in the summer. And no 2 months off in the winter. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to put in the same amount of effort to take $900 a month for Vietnam, or the same amount of effort to get all 4 times that amount and the extra benefits. Ben, I would rather be in your situation. I'd rather have the big bucks in the bank with no job. I'm not passionate about teaching. I'm not. I've always said that. And I'm way over my shoulder. I'm I'm not passionate. I wish I would have learned this earlier, that there's a saying, they say you can either make your boss $1 million or you can make yourself $1 million. I stopped working for a company in 2018, and I realized, I'm putting in effort for someone else to be a millionaire off of my work. I can go put in the same amount of effort to bring myself that money. How did I insult English teachers? Darson, I think you're starting to be a troll now. How did I insult English teachers? I'm not passionate about teaching English. But I don't know what I said. I would love for you to explain it. I believe people need to do what makes them happy. I'm in the same boat, man. I'm in the same boat. I never said a job. I said teaching English. Do you know how... Look at this live stream that I'm doing right now. I'm going to make 12 cents, 18 cents off this. And I do a live stream for 3 hours. I'm not doing this part for the money. This part is just because I enjoy doing this. I do YouTube. I did YouTube for a year and a half before I even broke even. So I wouldn't go teach for free. I wouldn't go do other jobs for free. But I've done this because I put a lot. My last job, like I told you, I had a reselling company. I would wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and I'd be gone till 6 o'clock at night. That I was passionate about because I controlled the business. I did the emails. I did the purchasing. I did the storage. I did the inventory. I did everything at my company. If I'm passionate about something, I put 1,000,000% into it. But if I'm working for someone else that I don't enjoy, I'm not passionate about it. Fluffy, you ready? You can't learn to surf every day. I don't surf. I don't even get in the water.
Do you have time?
Yeah. Just make some funds. Stash some cash. It's a lot easier said than done. How was dinner? It was not bad, but it wasn't as good as I expected. You just said teaching English makes them barely survivable wages in Da Nang? Did someone tell you a secret that you make tons of cash teaching English in Vietnam? I guess you didn't know. It's not a secret. You don't make much money teaching English in Vietnam, especially if it's just a regular school. Now, maybe some of the people that work for special that have an American teaching licenses, they might make an all right, but I guess you didn't know. But Da Nang, Thailand is even less. Thailand, you make very little money teaching, but Vietnam is not much at all. Won't be able to go to China. I'm
Maybe
doing
we
it.
could just walk at the beach and then
Let's walk at the beach, Fluffy.
And then have a slice of cake.
Well, of course we can do that. I did radio for a long time, which
Or
was
do
always
you
what I
want to
wanted to do.
get juice?
The owner got rich, but I love what I did.
You want to get
Juice is gonna be too, I don't. We're gonna have to either take a grab there or grab back. And then what are we gonna stay for 7 minutes? Cause what time is it now? It's 9:10. I need to be back in an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, but it's not a secret. You do not make lots of money teaching English in Da Nang, especially. Now, if you go to Ho Chi Minh, you might make like $1,600, maybe
Why is the
$1,800.
cake
But
that
in Da
size?
Nang, you're gonna make probably less than $1,000.
What happened to the cake?
What happened to it?
Someone's
We're gonna show you the cake that Fluffy had yesterday.
Someone sliced it.
Yeah, you sliced it yesterday.
Look. This was like half.
Look at you.
You did. You did.
That's Fluffy's cake. Actually, she got 2 cakes.
Yeah. Thank you, Kim and Jody.
Whoa. Is that all for you? I've never ate at KFC. Actually, the only thing I've had from KFC was the dipped chocolate cone. But I've never had I finally had I finally had McDonald's for the first time ever in Vietnam when we were in Nha Trang. That's so big, Fluffy. Are we bringing all that?
No, but I don't know how big this.
That's fine. I'm not going to eat that much. Fluffy was bringing us like 2 giant slices.
No, I don't know how big it is.
That's fine, Fluffy.
This one?
Yeah, even that's fine. I have ate at Jollibee's before. I think that's the only fast food I've ever had in Vietnam. McDonald's just recently when we went to Nha Trang, I had that for one time, and then I've had Jollibee's.
Oh yeah, we had.
But we never have fast food.
We did have
What?
McDonald's.
Fluffy, are you not? I just told him that we finally had McDonald's when we went to Nha Trang. I just told. I think Fluffy either doesn't listen or she does that on purpose.
You.
I'll say, hey guys, I'm about to go outside and walk. And then not even 10 seconds, she'll say, Fluffy, we should go outside and walk. And I said, I just said that. Let me get my charger just in case I need it. Let's go, Fluster. Would you rather teach in Vietnam or go back to the USA? That's a tough question. That is very tough. I don't know if I can make that decision. I would have to really think about that. Because if I went back to the USA, I would go do exactly what I did. I would go open up my reselling company again, which I'm passionate about. I control my own schedule. I make my own money. I do everything. And I would just go stack lots and lots of money. The only problem is I would be spending a lot in the USA. Whereas here in Vietnam, I'd be making a lot less money, but I don't go back to the USA. So I can't really answer that. I can't really answer that. I'd have to really sit down and weigh those options out. What was the rest of the birthday cake? Yeah, we still have a lot left. There's still like probably another half of a cake. Are you ready, Fluffster? Yeah, there's probably like half. We got a big giant cake, and then we got another. What was the other cake? A vanilla? We have a vanilla and a strawberry. Fluffy got 2 cakes for her birthday. Fluffy, put that in your bag. We got 2 cakes. Fluffy got 2 cakes on her birthday. How would you make a living in Bangkok? In Bangkok, I wouldn't be making it. So the only way that I'm gonna, basically, this is the only way I'm gonna survive in Asia is one of 2 things. I either walk and stumble into a online job, or I start breaking even on the YouTube channel. I'm not gonna be a construction worker or no kind of jobs like that, obviously. One, they don't pay enough, and 2, I wouldn't qualify because they don't hire foreigners for those jobs. So for me, my only options of surviving in Asia is either an online job or the YouTube channel. Wow, it smells so nice out here, Fluffy. I think Will has been sneaking that cake at night.
Yeah.
That was you, Fluffy.
I know the other cake.
Fluffy always tries to blame me.
Because I know myself I didn't do that.
I know myself I didn't do that.
You're right. Like, I know how much I sliced for Dale.
Maybe it was Dale.
No. I know how much I sliced for Dale. And then,
Fluffy, maybe we have a rat in the house.
yeah. Maybe we named the rat Will.
I've always told you this, like, if money was no problem, I would still probably use Da Nang as a base, and I would just travel more. I think what I would do is, if money wasn't an issue, I would probably have 1 or 2 bases, and I would just travel. I think that's the only difference. Like I tell you guys, like if this channel ever starts making good money, my budget's not gonna really go up. The only thing that will go up is my travel budget. But food budget, rent budget, none of that will really go up. I like how JJ has it. He had a base in the Philippines and in Bangkok. I would probably do something similar. I just hate the logic of paying for something when I'm not there. Even if it's one day, I get mad. Like even when I do my visa run, like if I go to the Philippines, it's gonna tear my heart out that I'm in the Philippines and still paying for my. I would probably have a base probably in Da Nang and maybe in Bangkok. And then what I would do is I would just travel as much as I could. So Bangkok I still wouldn't choose. I'm telling, it's a coin flip to me. Like I've told you this. If Bangkok had the same visa and the same cost of living, it would still be a coin flip to me, because the one thing that you do miss in Bangkok is the beach. So I really like the beach. It's a coin flip for me. One day I might pick Da Nang over Bangkok, and one day I might pick Bangkok over Da Nang. That's why I would just probably have, if I just had throwaway money, maybe I would do both. But at that point, I don't know why. I would just keep this place, and then I would just travel more instead of having 2 bases. I don't know. That's a tough question. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, the way that the situation is now with money, then Da Nang's a no-brainer. People were saying if I just had unlimited amounts of money, then it would kind of balance out Bangkok a little bit. But still, like, I'm just better off, even if I had lots of money, I'm better off having a base in Da Nang and then just traveling when I decide to want to travel. In less than 7 years, you can get a retirement visa in Thailand and Bangkok. But at the same time, I'm missing the beach. Cost of living is higher there. And what is Fluffy going to do? Let's say in 7 years, they haven't changed any not retirement, but visas. What is Fluffy going to do for her visa?
Let's check Starbucks if they have coffee ground.
I always missed it. So when I went back, I'll get a permanent visa in Thailand. Oh yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with your education visa, JJ. I know that you said that you're getting that. I'm interested in that because that would be my only option to do a visa long-term in Thailand. So I don't know anybody that's ever got that, so I'm interested to see how that works out. DTV is Destination Thailand Visa. It's basically you gotta show a certain amount of money in your bank account and I think some other financial requirements. And then you get a 5-year visa, but it's not consecutive 5-year. You have to leave the country every 6 months.
Let's go to Starbucks.
Starbucks? Do you have Starbucks money? You do? Wow, Fluffy has Starbucks money. She ran into some money, I guess. Oh, the first year you don't have to leave? I didn't know that. But you have to show like $15,000 in your bank account. I think it's 15. It could be 14 or it could be 16, but I think it's right around 15,000 in the bank, which means I would have to show 15,000 in the bank and Fluffy would have to show 15,000 in the bank. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have to show some source of income coming in every month too. I will have 2 home bases, but mine will be California. DTV has to show 500,000 baht in your bank account. What is that in USD? And I think, I could be wrong, but I think you have to show a certain amount of money coming in every month too, right? Or is that not right? Yep, that's exactly it, Van. Yeah, I talk about that all the time. That's why those visas were created. So here's what happened. Thailand was like, hey, we appreciate all the cheap backpack budget guys, nomads that built our country to be the #1 travel city in the world for the past 30 years. But guess what, guys? You guys did your job. And now guess what? We don't want you guys anymore. We only want the guys that are bringing in the dough. So now what they did is they created the retirement visa. And then they were like, wait a second, there's still some young guys that want to come in. And that's why the DTV was created, so that the guys that make good money and have 15,000 in the bank can come, but the backpackers, the budget guys that don't have 15,000 wouldn't be able to get that. That's exactly why those visas were passed, to keep the cheaper, the budget, the backpackers. That's exactly why those visas are passed. And that's why they're very strict at immigration, because they want you to get on those. They don't want the guys that basically built Bangkok over the past 30 years anymore. They said, hey guys, we really appreciate you guys building up our reputation back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, but guess what? Bye guys, it was nice knowing you. We really want the guys loaded. Do you touch base with your country of origin? As an American, you have to? No, we don't. You don't have to touch bases with your country. Where did you come up with that? I don't ever have to go back to the USA. The only thing that I'm somewhat worried, not even worried, but it's on my mind, is my driver's license is going to need to be renewed in February, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do it online. But you don't have to go back to the USA ever. Just at the start, they leave you alone. 15,000 USD, that's what it is. I thought you had to show a monthly income, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But for sure, I couldn't, at this point, I couldn't show 15,000. But let's say I have a couple of good months on YouTube, and even if I could show that, Fluffy wouldn't be able to show it, so she wouldn't be able to get that. As an American, no more brokey nomads. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because that's literally who built Bangkok, and their big handshake to them is like, hey guys, you guys built our country. Guess what? What do we get? What do we get? Oh, you guys get to leave. What? We built you guys up. Yeah, but sorry, we don't want you guys here anymore. That's literally what Thailand did. What did you get, Fluffy? For what? Cost of living? Yeah, that would be true, Utsav. But here's my logic. Why should I downgrade my life to live the same price? That doesn't make sense.
So I guess they don't give away, because in the Philippines, they give away coffee grounds. Like there's
What do you got those for?
Huh?
What do you got those for?
For the plants.
For the plants?
Yeah.
Plants don't drink coffee.
It's the grounds. This is like the teeny beans that you... Because in the Philippines, we would recycle coffee grounds, and then there would be a specific place for the coffee grounds that they sack it, and then they put it in a shelf, and then you can just...
What are you talking about? America's visa requirements is much harder? I'm not sure. You said you have to touch bases with USA. I don't know what you're... I was telling you as an American, I don't ever have to go back to the USA. Apparently Thailand made more revenue from the tourism since they introduced. Could be true, but I think in the long run, I'm pretty sure one of two things. In the long run, it's gonna shoot themselves in the foot, or they're gonna change the visa, or they're gonna change it back. That's my theory. Only time will tell. It's not cheap. Well, maybe it's cheap. So I can't say it's not cheap, the visa itself, but you keep skipping the fact, baller. You always pretend that people just have $15,000 laying in a bank account, though. That's the part that you forget. A lot of people don't have that, man. Go look up a stat. Go look this up. In the USA, most people don't even have $1,000 in savings. So you're skimming over that fact.
People are still swimming.
A specific minimum income requirement, you will need to demonstrate sufficient. See, now JJ's saying something different. Baller was saying that you don't have to have a specific money. Let's see. I could have sworn, I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Hold on, Fluffy. I swore with the DTV you had to have like $1,200 or $1,500 coming in every month. With the DTV Thailand visa, what are the requirements to get it? And is there any monthly income requirements? Let's see. I could have swore, but I could be wrong. Absolutely, the definition that DTV is fantastic option. Core requirements. To qualify for the DTV, you must fall in workcation. Remote workers, freelancers, talent working for non-Thai companies, Thai soft power activities, dependents. So you need a valid passport, proof of current location, financial proof, 500,000 or 15,000 in savings, workcation, monthly income requirements. There's no official minimum monthly requirements. However, some embassies may ask for proof of regular income. A monthly income around 2,000 is often considered sufficient to show. So it sounds like it's a gray area. It's saying this. Some embassies may ask for proof, and then the 2,000 number is thrown out there. So I guess it's a hit or miss. What cities in Thailand have similar cost of living? I'm sure there's a lot. Now, when you say similar cost of living, I mean, there's cheaper cities here in Vietnam, but you are missing the international airport, you're missing the Western amenities, you're missing the mall. So similar cost of living in terms of dollars, you're going to find a lot, but is it going to be the same style? Like people say, oh, go to Hua Hin. But everyone that I know that went to Hua Hin, they say it's not the same. I live in Thailand. With all the 3 cryptocurrency laws being passed in the USA, the pricing will be going to the moon. Star Schmucks looks like lame. Jace Hua Hin and Pattaya cost of living are similar to Da Nang. I live in Thailand, yes. Right now in Siem Reap. Bitcoin is the chosen one. How do you like Cambodia? That is BS. We backpackers did not build up Thailand. You think too much of the power? Well, first of all, I'm not a backpacker. But I do think backpackers, budget guys did. These are the guys that would travel for years and they would make YouTube videos or they would make Facebook videos and they got the word out. I'm not saying they spent the most money, but I'm saying they created the most popularity of people saying, whoa, where is this? Oh, that's Thailand. What is Thailand? Yes, those are the guys. The guys that go out there and spend $3,000 a week that went out there for a month, those are not the guys that built up Thailand. These backpackers and guys that actually live in hostels, those guys have been doing it since the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and 90s. Those guys' videos went viral for decades and decades. Those are the guys that built up Thailand, not the guys that sitting in a bar spending all this money. The money guys didn't bring the reputation. It's all these younger backpackers that would send all these videos on social media and YouTube over the past 20, 30 years. Those are the guys that built up Bangkok and Thailand. Retired, but remember, this is not a retired channel though, baller. I'm not old enough to be retired. My channel is not specifically geared to retired people. I'm only 43, so I'm not a retirement channel. I live in Thailand. The problem is you need to show employment. It's just bank balance. When I live here, I might be far behind, so give me a minute, guys. Let me try to catch up. 1,200, you're pretty close already. I am 48 years old, so I'm not technically retired, but I could retire in Southeast Asia. I wouldn't want to move 15,000 appreciating assets into a bank account. No one will ask for proof. I don't know. I can't say 100%. They say they may. Like I said, it's a gray area. I can't say one way or the other. They say it's not technically a requirement, but it says some embassies. I don't know. After they see that 15K in the bank, you can spend it straight away. Move 15K into bank print balance, move it out. You have to move 15K into a Thai bank account. Why are you so angry at Thailand? Dark Sun, I think you're being a troll tonight. You keep at every single one of your messages is, why do you hate these people? Why are you? When have I said I'm mad? You've said I've insulted hookers. I've insulted teachers. I'm convinced you're trolling tonight. Every single thing that you're saying about me is 100% wrong. I've never said anything negative about teachers, hookers. I've never said I hated Thailand. I don't understand. So I'll kind of just skip your messages. I won't kick you for 24 hours, but I think you're really on the edge of trolling. The US military, because have I said, hey, I hate these people. I hate Thailand. I'm mad. I've never said this. I give you guys my opinions. A bank doesn't have to be the bank. The local Thais would take offense to that and say they built up Thailand and that's the reason backpackers came. I live in Thailand. I'm telling you that's fine. If you're looking for the people responsible for making Thailand, they look back to the American War. He's always a troll. Darth Troll. But have I once said, when did I insult hookers and when did I insult teachers? When did I say I'm mad at Thailand? I've given you my take. I think I'm finally caught back up now. Oh, I can have my cake now. I'm finally caught up. Is it good, Fluffy? Oh, I got my own fork. Fluffy brought not sand to the beach, but she brought cake to the beach. You know what I've noticed? I'll show you guys. Let me show you guys.
Sweet.
No, it's sweet. What I've really noticed, the biggest difference between cake, Fluffy, I was talking to Delsky about it today. Cake here is whipped cream based frosting, where in the USA it's like that thicker, heavier frosting. Here, I couldn't put my finger on it because I've had many cakes here, and I'm like, what is that frosting? I know it. Most of the cakes here are whipped cream frosting, so they're not like the vanilla or the chocolate. You know, that thicker Betty Crocker style, like thick frosting. It's not that. These are whipped cream based frostings.
Because we use the same in the Philippines.
Cake by the ocean. How does it feel to be? No, she's 60. They asked, how does it feel to be 60, Fluffy? We had to go buy a whole nother pack
like
of candles because they didn't have enough on the cake.
Being 60 is like fun because like you get a lot of privileges. It's like a senior privilege. You can skip the line. You will always be priority.
Darson, I let people speak their mind, but you're completely lying on me. You're saying that I insulted hookers, I insulted teachers, and like nothing could be further from the truth. Then you ask me, why am I angry at Thailand? When have I ever been angry at Thailand? When have I insulted teachers? Now you could...
Lost in translation.
It's not lost in translation. It's just... He's always the opposite of me. Whatever I say, if I said, hey, there's a lady wearing white right here, he would say, no, that's not white. That's gray. That's cream. There's some people in the chat I've learned over the months. No matter what I say, whether they agree or not, they always have to take the other side. When does the beach close? No, there's no such thing. I don't think the beach... I've seen people out here 1 or 2. I don't think there's an official closing time. I don't really like to ban people. I only ban people when they go way over the top, like when we have those crazy people.
Fluffy, smell it.
Somehow cake and bread in Asia is lacking. Oh, I agree 100%. Yeah, it's too strong, Fluffy. Sweets in Asia are nothing compared to what they taste like in USA. For one, they're always less sweet. For two, I've noticed, I finally figured out what it was. These are like whipped cream frostings. These are like whipped cream. You remember, you know what I'm talking about. Now, not necessarily Betty Crocker. But the stuff that's really thick that you put on cake, that's our kind of frosting. Here, it's more of whipped cream and then maybe mixed with something. And I read on AI, it's because they said, oh, those kind of frostings, they can't survive the humidity. Out here, Vietnams don't really.
In the Philippines, we use those kind of frosting.
I don't know.
We even make it from scratch.
Well, we don't make it from scratch because you could buy it for a freaking $1 at the dollar store.
But like our icing is like made from scratch.
Bitcoin will go to $1 million or it could be 0. It's not the chosen one. Some people have different opinions.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
Oh yeah, you're here.
What's up, buddy?
Just wandering around, happy to see you.
Same thing. We're having cake on the beach. It's her birthday cake from yesterday, so leftovers.
Yeah, thank you.
What better place to eat some cake than on the beach? Especially leftovers. I don't think he was trolling. No, I'm not talking about his points. I'm talking about he is completely lying. He said, you insulted hookers. You insulted teachers. And I was like, when did I insult teachers? He goes, oh, because you said that you're not going to make much money teaching. And I go, yeah, you don't make much money. That's a fact. That's not insulting. You don't make. And then he goes, why are you so angry at Thailand? And I go, when am I angry at Thailand? That's the only thing I had a problem with. Not of his points, of him saying things that are 100% not true. It's meringue. Crisco. It's called Crisco. Yes, the way that he expressed his opinions came off trollish, but been soaking anything. Spicy roads, they definitely need more salt. I'm gonna try to steal another piece from Fluffy. What's up, Earl? We're eating Fluffy's birthday cake on the beach.
Yeah, by the corner. Yeah.
Mona Lisa? How much longer are you here for?
I think another 2 weeks or more.
Oh, 2 weeks.
I just had 2 teeth out today, so now I can't even drink for 5 days.
Are you doing the visa run or are you going somewhere else?
I'll be going back to Saigon, and then, but next year I'll come back and I'll do something.
Come back.
So I'm sure I'll see you there. You'll still be.
Hopefully we'll still be here. If we're here, that means the channel's doing good. So
Are you staying in Saigon?
I didn't say you insulted. I said that you put the stigma of being a sex worker. But at minimum, they are having a job that's illegal. So there's no way that you can fault me for an illegal job. And I didn't even say nothing about them. I said that's not what I'm not into paying. So for me, that was my opinion. Then you go, you insulted. I think I can even find it. If I could scroll back up, you were saying, why'd you insult teachers? Why do you do your live streams in vertical? Very simple, JJ. I hate doing them in this mode, but here's the problem. So put it this way. YouTube, they punish you. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but they punish you from doing the landscape. I love landscape mode 100%, right? But I've noticed whenever I do landscape mode, I'll get 100 or 200 views in a live stream, right? Now when I do panorama mode or portrait mode, I get 8 to 10 times more viewers. And there's a simple reason why. So YouTube is competing against TikTok. So TikTok is in portrait mode. So YouTube will do something that I don't think is fair. But if I'm in this mode, portrait mode, they will show me on YouTube Shorts. Whereas if I'm doing it in landscape mode, they will never show me on YouTube Shorts. And that's how a lot of people find my channel. They'll be scrolling YouTube Shorts, and all of a sudden, every 5th or 8th channel of YouTube Shorts, they will show my live stream, right? So, you're kind of punished for doing it that. I would love... Hey, take care, buddy. So, I would love to do all my live streams this way, 100%. It's much better. But my views and my subscribers go completely way down. What happened? Oh, where the hell did you come from?
Walking around.
Standing there, your personal security stinks.
Fluffy is my security.
You're done. Your shit's a waste of awareness stinks. I've been standing like right next to you for 5 minutes.
Where's my wallet?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't find my wallet now. So let me show you an example.
You're not paying attention.
I'm eating cake. I'm on the live stream. I'm looking at the. How many things can I do at once?
Oh, come on.
I was wondering what I could get for that extra phone he had out there dangling around.
It was in my pocket too.
A couple of bucks for that.
You're out late tonight, Mick. What are you doing out?
I'm always out. I was out last night like at midnight.
At midnight?
Walking on the beach, brother.
Damn.
Still walking from last night. I never went home.
He slept on the beach.
I had to walk all night and all day.
So let me show you guys really, really quickly. Look, last night,
Stay out of trouble.
where are you going now?
Walking.
Just gonna walk?
Yeah.
Someone's got to exercise around this joint.
Yeah. That's why I got Fluffy out. She's been in all day, and I was like, Fluffy, let's go out. So last night, I did a live stream. We're trying to get rid of the cake.
Someone's got to eat the cake and someone's got to work it off.
All right, Mick. Last night I did the Japanese buffet on the live stream and I got 16,000 views, right? When I do the portrait mode, the landscape mode, I get like 300 views and nobody sees me. So that's the simple reason of why I hate doing that. I hate doing it. And I've tried it 5, 6, 7 times and every single time it always is the same. It's always the same. That was Mick, man. Mick was behind us. Fluffy didn't even... Fluffy's a bad security guard. He would complain the government. I do what I like. I live my life. What about that are convinced that America is the best country? I miss that old chat. Russia or Ukraine? No pity. When was the last time you did a live in landscape? Less than a month ago. I try like if I'm gonna do a special occasion, like if I know it's just gonna be something specific, I do it. And that's why I don't do them on computers too. So you will never find someone. So I get about 15 to 20% of my new subscribers from the live streams, right? And if you do it in landscape mode, I guarantee you will get way less views, way less subscribers, and you will not be seen on YouTube Shorts. That's why I think, like last night, I had 127 consecutive people all in the chat room at once. That's my highest I've ever had, was 127 all in the room at once. If I would have been doing landscape mode, I get maybe 10 people in the chat. Like in landscape mode, I've never had more than like 20 ever. So YouTube, I think, technically punishes you by not showing your channel on YouTube Shorts if you're in that. The flavor of this cake, that's the strawberry one, isn't it, Fluffy? Or which one is this? Both. I guess you mixed it, both. How can it be $8.59? $8.59 where? A cake made at home from box? I agree with that, but you know what's weird? Is no one makes cakes out here at home because they don't have ovens. That's what I don't understand, is that they go out and they spend money. Locals spend money, and cakes are not cheap here. And I'm like, where do they come up with the money for a cake? Like, a cake is, like in USA, we love making cakes because you can make it for much cheaper. I don't think it's the sugar. Gilly Omer, oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sent a gift. I still don't know what gifts are, but that's like the second or third one, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very, very much. I appreciate it. I sent a high five. Oh, that's what it is. A high five. Fluffy, look. It's a high. Oh, you missed it. It was a high five. There was 2 hands clapping. Air fried cake. I do make air fried banana bread. I do make air fried banana bread. I was in Korea for 3 years, taught English. The sweets have a lot. Yeah, even in the Philippines. So sweets and desserts are nothing like they are in the USA. Whether good or bad, they do not taste the same. If America had the same living costs as Vietnam, would you still be in Vietnam? Yes, I think so. Because of the political landscape, because of the rat race, because of a lot of things. Crime, especially where I'm from. So even if the cost of living was the same, I still don't think I'd go back to the USA. And then here's the kicker. Even if it was the same cost of living, I believe in my heart I'm a lifetime traveler. I want to go to 100 countries. I want to go to every single country in the world if possible. And I just think for the rest of my life I'm going to travel. So even if the USA had the same cost of living, I still would want to travel for my life. Ovens are definitely rare. Ovens and gas stoves. 100 joules. I don't know how the joules, or I don't know how those work. I have no clue. I've got the gifts and the joules, but I don't know what they are, and I don't know how to use them. Hello from Canada. Oh, very nice. We've been having a good amount of people pop up from Canada. Let me try to catch up. I got your book. It's amazing. Hey, I appreciate it. And I always tell you guys, if you guys have any follow-up questions on the book or something's not clear, just either email me or ask a message in the chat. I will answer your guys' question. I would not stay in the USA because I just feel like I'm going to travel the world for the rest of my life. Vietnam is way safer than the USA. That is quality of life assurance. Even the bread from Moon Milk can't compare to grocery store in the USA. Yeah, so you will definitely get a lot of downgrades. So here, if you go to Moon Milk, I'm gonna make you a huge suggestion. Get the ciabatta bread, the one that comes for $25,000. It's unsliced and it comes in there. Get that ciabatta bread. If you put that in a pan or toast it up a little bit with a little butter, that bread is awesome. If the cost of living were the same, I'd use the USA as a home base and still travel. Not having an oven. Hold on. Not having an oven in an apartment, but why not have clothes dryer? Yeah, I don't understand that either, too. We do have a clothes dryer. It is built in, and it's not the same. It takes forever to dry. I don't understand. I don't understand the not having the dryer, too. I don't understand it. No tsunami warning here. It didn't affect us. Yeah, we're just discussing Vietnam at the moment. Asia is way safer. No one has guns. I don't really think it has anything to do with the guns, though. I think it's just a different mindset. And remember, there's been a few people shot in the Philippines recently, too.
There's so much boats around.
Fluffy, there's so much boats. I don't really mind drying them on our patio. I'm not going to say I hate it. I just don't understand why dryers are not a thing I don't understand why dryers are not a thing by now. I don't understand why ovens. In my opinion, every new building should be built with an oven now. An oven and a gas stove. Maybe the gas stove is optional, but every single condo should have an oven in them. I did hear something about a mass shooting in Thailand. I didn't read the article, but I seen the headline. Fluffy, do you like the cake? See, I believe the opposite. I don't know if he was saying it backwards, but it's people kill people, not guns. I could not stay in the USA based on just weather, though. I don't even know if there's one real aspect that would keep me in the USA. I understand that, spicy roads, but guess what? The customer, the tenant, is the one paying for it. So I don't care why the landlord cares, because here's my theory. My theory is this. Okay, it uses a lot of electricity, right? The landlord's not paying for it. The tenant of whoever rents the apartment is going to pay for it. So why does the landlord care how much electricity is being used when the renter is the one paying for it? So it's pointless. I don't understand that. It's weird. Some people either love dryers or they hate them. Let me wipe this screen off. There's no in between, it seems. But some people, oh, I hate dryers. I like dryers in the sense, here's what I don't understand. When it's rainy season or when it's raining outside, you can't dry your clothes. What do you do? And here's another thing that I like. Like, let's say I'm going to a dinner tonight and I accidentally get like some ketchup on my shirt and I'm like, oh, damn. I can hurry up, toss my stuff in a washer, toss it in the American dryer, and by that night, I can have it clean. In Asia, man, it's not gonna happen. I think landlords don't want to spend the money on buying it. I get the not buying it, but it's a one-time purchase. I understand things that cost a lot more every month or constantly, but buy it one time. Buy it one time. Buy the oven. Install the oven with a brand new condo. Buy the gas stove one time. Buy it when it's brand new. Put it in. I don't understand that. Like, in Asia, they take the cheap route on stuff that they shouldn't be taking the cheap route on. But it does, like, let's say, how long is that dryer gonna last for? When you remodel a place, put it in then. Put it in. It's a one-time cost. And even the landlord could recoup that cost. Let's say they were renting a place for $300 a month, right? You buy a dryer, charge $10 extra a month for the rent. Instead of $300, charge $310. In a few months, you make that money back. Yeah, that's what I don't know how people dry their clothes when it's out raining. In China, I only saw gas stoves. But here's what I'm saying. I do not like the gas stoves that are propane, like where you could be cooking and it runs out. I hate that. I do not consider that a gas stove. A gas stove, to my American mindset, is you turn on the knob and you have unlimited gas. At the end of the month, PG&E or whatever your electric company charges you for that. I don't like this idea of, hey, you gotta fill this up and you gotta refill. Like, I don't like that. I just hate hanging my underwears out on the balcony. I don't care about that part. For me, I don't care none about that. I just care that if it's raining or if I have so many clothes, it's not gonna fit on whatever to dry it. Dryer's only good if you need to dry quickly, yeah. But see, that's the thing, like I was saying, like, let's say you get ketchup on your shirt, or you go, oh shit, I forgot to do my laundry, I gotta go to a meeting. You're screwed in Asia. How do they do it in USA, Chris? That's what people say. They're like, oh, it's so expensive, but how can the USA do it? Yeah, that's kind of the thing about Asia. Sometimes you gotta look at certain things. There's my building right there. We live right here. This is how close we live to the beach, for anybody that wants a reference. Pete hates putting his Speedo on the drying line. I've been hanging my clothes to dry forever. I don't mind. So, like, if it's a clear day and I just have a little bit of laundry, I'll go hang it up on the patio. But when I have a lot and the clothes rack is not big enough, or like it's about to rain, or it looks like it's gonna rain, I hate it. It's 10. Okay, we still got a few more minutes. It doesn't come with cleaning service. I've paid for the cleaning service through my landlord. One time it was $125,000, which is $5, and the last time it was $200,000. I don't know why it went up that much, but basically between like $5 and $8 for a good cleaning session. Neighbors get jealous. In theory, you should be able to find a good, decent apartment in October and November, because that's the heart of rainy season. You know what else? The cakes here are much more light and airy, and they come with the whipped cream frosting. Look at this. What is this? Fluffy, is that a boat? Yeah. Ooh, that's a UFO. Look at the UFO. The UFO. It's floating on the water. If the building isn't built with gas lines, that's what they, here's what bothers me. I told Fluffy this, I said, does Asia just think they're never gonna have ovens for the rest of the entire length of the world? Like, why not start doing it now, so in 20 and 30 years all that stuff is here? Same thing with cleaning up the water. You cannot drink, in most of these Asian countries, you can't drink tap water. Like, are they just gonna keep living like this, where unclean drinking water for the next 50, 75, 100, 200 years? Like, why not make the commitment now? Make the commitment now, Start cleaning up the water. Start putting ovens and gas stoves in places now. So in 20, 30, 40 years, it's all here. Like, it's like, start getting started on the situation now. Like, do they just think there's never going to be ovens here for the rest of the time that this planet exists? Like, make the move now. Make the move now. Start cleaning up your water. Start getting tap water. Like, when do they expect it? So honestly, do they think, because Vietnam and these other cases, they just say, hey, we're just, for the next 100, 200, 300 years, we're just never going to have clean tap water? Or if they do say, okay, yeah, sometime down the line, we do plan on doing that. Start now then. Start now. It's going to take time. That's a UFO, Fluffy. An unidentified fluffy object. Oh, I'm sure Africa is. But what I don't understand is Asia could do it. I don't know. I think they always say they can't, but I don't believe it. Here's what's so crazy to me. This is a communist country. This is kind of a place. What shocks me so much is every part of the world. USA is like, hey, if you park 1 foot too far from the curb, you get a ticket. I've never seen anyone get a parking ticket in Vietnam. I've never seen a scooter get impounded. Like, it's so weird to me that they don't. So, I hate to say it this way, but Asia loves to make money on anything. They walk around and sell fruit. They walk around and sell food. So they believe in the theory of making money, but then the government, which I couldn't even blame the government. Like, if they were out here writing speeding tickets, I couldn't blame them. I could say, hey, yeah, they're enforcing laws, right? But you don't see that. And I'm like, why is there no police writing tickets? Why is there no scooters getting impounded? Like, for some reason, that no one would get mad at people for writing speeding tickets if people were speeding or scooters or cars getting impounded. But for some reason, the government just goes, I don't want to make that money. I don't want to make speeding. In the USA, they love that. The biggest money generator in the USA for police is tickets. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. You would think in a place that loves money that they would say, hey, this is a law. It's on the books. You're supposed to do this. And you couldn't get mad. I couldn't even blame him. I could say, hey, if that guy was speeding, yeah, he deserves a speeding ticket. That costs money, which means cost of living is up. The great thing is electric ovens made in America are already rated for $240. How do you like it? How much? I'm going to Phnom Penh for the next visa run. They're way more compassionate in Asia. There simply isn't enough demand for the ovens there. Vietnam is free. I don't know if I would consider that free though, because in one sense, here's what I don't understand. They will allow a random lady with a fruit basket or sunglasses to walk into a business and try to sell her stuff, right? But on the opposite end, if someone breaks a law, no one gets a ticket. And I'm like, wait a second. For one, in the USA, that's so backwards, because you would not have a solicitor walk into a private restaurant establishment trying to bother or interrupt the restaurant patrons for something that they don't want. Like when I'm eating, I don't want to have a lady put her fruit down and say, hey, buy it, buy it, buy it. The landlord, the restaurant owners, they don't say anything. But in the USA, they would say, hey, sorry, no private soliciting, right? Go out. And in the USA, if you were doing 60 miles an hour in a 30, you'd get a ticket, right? But in Asia, it's opposite. They'll let these people come in. You want to buy a lottery ticket? No, sir. Please buy this. No, sir. Please. And the owner will just look and just let it happen. But then on the opposite end, they won't write no one tickets. And you're like, wait a second. Like, that guy was doing 70 miles an hour. Write him a ticket. That's fine. It sucks to get a ticket, but he broke the law. And you guys would actually be improving your city, because the tax money of the ticket, you can now go build scooter parking lots. You can now go build another park. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think it's kind of rude. Like, it doesn't really bother me, but I think it's kind of rude that the restaurant owners allow these people to come in here and bother their paying customers, like especially like Americans or people that never been here, it's very awkward. Like when you're eating food and they put the fruit basket there.
Are you
Here,
done?
sir. Yes, Fluffy, I'm done. And they'll be like, you want to buy my banana? No. You want to buy my orange? No. It's like, if I was the landlord, if I was a restaurant owner, I'd be like, hey, man, come on. I guarantee you there's some people that go to a restaurant and when they have someone trying to sell them stuff and keep selling them, they won't come back to that restaurant. And I don't see what the restaurant owner gets out of letting his patrons be somewhat harassed. It doesn't make sense. I guess like the restaurant owners don't understand that like that's not a good move. Have a good night. Hey, I appreciate it, Hondo. I appreciate it. Is it worth dealing with the occasional solicitor to avoid mass police state? I'm not gonna say that, but I wish there were some laws enforced more that they don't enforce. Like I hate that all these scooters park on the street. I mean, on the sidewalk. I don't like that. That's dumb. Write those guys tickets. Like I have to walk in the street because these scooters park on the sidewalk. Write those guys tickets. Write those guys tickets. Why should someone risk their life or get hit walking on the street because these guys that ride scooters think they can just hog up the sidewalk? Like, no. Open up a parking lot. 5,000, 10,000. Like some stuff I believe that they should be getting ticketed for. Not everything. I'm not an all or nothing, but I don't think your tourists don't want to walk in the middle of a street with this crazy traffic because people on scooters don't want to walk 10 steps to the front door, so they just block the sidewalk. I don't like that. I get the begging part. I don't think they should be able to come into the restaurant unsolicited. It makes people feel, it doesn't make me feel awkward because I just tell them no. Or you guys will see me on the live stream and I'll just point the camera at them and I'll say no. But for me, I can understand how like a family or something, they might feel pressured to buy something. They might get the sympathy like, okay, we'll buy it. And I don't like that because the landlord should be like, hey, stand outside the restaurant. When people come out, then you can maybe ask them. But we sit inside a restaurant and they'll walk through the damn restaurant. That's weird. Pete, that's the truth. But when they do Vietnam War scooter hates, I don't mind this. I just don't think that they should take up the sidewalk. I don't understand why I've never seen a scooter park right on the curb. Like the curb goes here, park right there on the street. Like, why can't you park on the street where the street meets the sidewalk? What I'm saying is there's a time and a place for it. I don't think people should be coming into private restaurants selling it. I don't mind them being outside if they want to wait outside for the customers. But can you imagine imagine going to the USA and you're in Walmart. Can you imagine a homeless person walking into you in the Walmart while you have your shopping cart? He's like, hey man, do you think you can give me some money? No, I don't like that. Just like the same way as the restaurant. Now, if that guy wants to stand outside of the Walmart and hit you up, that's different. But it's very awkward and I don't like it. I don't like that. They'll walk into the restaurant, put their basket on your food table, and they won't just say, hey, do you want something? Oh, okay. They'll sit there. Oh, come on. Well, you want apple? You want mango? And it's like, I might be having a private conversation with my wife. I might be having a private conversation on the phone talking to someone. And the guy will come there. You want to buy it? It's like, no, I'm in a restaurant. I'm in a private business. Like, I think Darson has this weird theory. He's either trolling or he believes if you're poor, you get to just do whatever. No, I don't care if you're poor or if you're rich. There's things called respect for other people's privacy. I don't care if you're poor. If you're poor or you're homeless, that doesn't give you the right to go and interfere in other people's private business. I don't care if you're poor or rich. You don't get to impose in a private business and disrupt my dinner that I'm paying for in a private establishment. So here, let me make a point clear. I don't mind those street sellers selling anything. I like the street sellers better than when people just come up and ask you for money. At least you're getting something for it. What I'm saying is I don't like how they walk into the restaurants If they want to stand outside the restaurant and offer you some mangoes and stuff, that's different. But if I'm sitting at a table, maybe I'm different. Am I crazy? But do you think people should come up into a private restaurant, put their fruit basket on your table while you're eating your bonnet, and then sit there and stare at you for 1 minute because you say, no, I don't want to buy it, and then they'll pull out the next fruit. We'll buy this one. No, I'm good, thank you. And then they give you another one. No, I don't want anything. Can you buy? That's it. Maybe I'm weird, but I feel that that's not right. No. Not only if you sit outside. We go into Palette. We've been into Palette. We've been in George Costanza. They come inside. They come inside in George Costanza. They come inside Palette. They came in plenty of restaurants that I've been to. I'm not talking about outside. What I'm talking about, they've came inside and put their basket on our table. I don't believe that's not regulation though. That's just a business telling, hey, if you're not a customer, you can't come in. The landlord allows it to happen because they're trying to help. If they want to help, then the restaurant should just give them the money. Why make your customers feel uncomfortable? I'm coming in September. He's in Da Nang, Vietnam. Pedestrian safety isn't a concern. That is kind of a thing. Nobody walks here. Nobody walks here. I'm used to it. So for me, it doesn't bother me, but I see other people and I can see how uncomfortable it's for them. But you guys have seen me. They do it to me all the time. It doesn't bother me. If I feel bothered, this is what I'll do. Like, let's say there's someone sitting here. I'll just do this. They'll say, hey, sir, do you want to buy? Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you. And they'll say, sir, here. And they'll tap me on the shoulder. No, I'm good. After about the third time, I'll say, oh, no, I'm good. And I put them on camera. 99% of the time when you put them on camera, then they'll finally leave me alone. But man, you guys got to understand, if I'm in a private establishment and I tell you no once, I don't need to tell you 6 times. I'm in a private establishment. I'm having a conversation with someone. Okay, even if you ask me one time, okay, that's fine. You ask me one time. But if I tell you no, thank you, I'm done, and I look away, don't keep asking me. It's not even about selling. If someone came up to me that wasn't selling something to me, if I don't want to talk to you or I don't want to deal with you, don't ask me 9 times in a row. I think that statement should go to them too. Respect people that are inside having a dinner. Respect people that are inside. If you're walking outside on the street, that's free for all. I understand that. But to walk inside a closed business and then after once or twice saying no, I'm not going to agree with you guys on that. I'm going to tell you, if I tell you once or even twice and you still keep asking me, that's not respectful. I'm thankful that Asian culture isn't like the West. How you turn against the poor. I'm going to have to kick you for 20 hours. You keep saying it's the poor. It's about respect, man. It's about respect. Darson keeps thinking that if you're poor, you just don't have to follow any rules. Hey, they're poor, so they can just keep hassling you. I'm about respect. If I tell you no 4 times, stop asking me. I don't care if you're Jeff Bezos or a homeless person. If I tell you no, respect. I am a person about respect. If I tell you no, don't keep asking me. It's not about homeless. You keep trying to troll the homeless part of it. It's not about homeless. If that person was making millions of dollars and still said, hey, Will, you want to buy my brand new laptop? I have a laptop company. I'm doing great. I'd say, no, I'm not interested. And if they kept asking me, I'd say, I'm done. I don't want. I'm over here. I'm having a conversation. I'm in a private conversation. I think you guys keep missing the point. So, baller, I should have to tell them 12 times in a row and have them sit and stare at me for 2 minutes before they finally get the hint? 1 time should be enough. That's my point. I shouldn't have to sit there and tell them 7 times, no thank you. What about a mango? No thank you. What about an orange? No thank you, I'm okay. Please? No thank you. Banana? No thank you. Like, why should I be inconvenienced and have to tell them 9 times? 1 time is fine. No, that's not true. Fluffy's here right now. Fluffy will back that up. I'm trying to think who we just went with not long ago. Oh, Fluffy, a drone.
Yeah.
We just went with someone. I can't remember what it was, and they sat there for 3 or 4 minutes. Fluffy. If you just say no, they will move on. No, they don't. Not here. They don't. The only time they ever walk away from me is when I put them on camera. But most people aren't on camera. And I'll just sit. I'll sit and ignore them. But I'll show you guys next time. If you guys are on the live stream the next time, I'll show you how long they stay. It's the local places. Well, that's all we go. 90% of the places we go to are local. Selling something and it is annoying isn't a problem compared. It's not an obligation to buy. You need to respect the locals. That's not respect, man. I'm not sure if I'm going crazy or not. But if I tell you no, I don't want to be asked 7 times. I don't understand what's wrong with that. If I say no once, I don't want to have to keep saying no to that same person. That's what I don't understand. They try to sell you sunglasses. I have that. And to make it worse, the same lady that sold me the glasses I'm wearing, she's the one that I'll be wearing sunglasses. She sold them to me, and then she'll ask me to buy another one. And I'll say, look, I'm wearing glasses. You sold them to me. Oh, okay. And then she'll hand me the exact same sunglasses I'm wearing and say, you buy another one. Yeah, I agree. When you say you don't want to buy it half times, then it's harassment. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I don't think it's extremely rare that I'll tell them one time and they'll walk away. It's usually they'll ask one time, and then the second time they'll offer you a different product, and then after that, when you say no the third time, then they'll just sit and stare at you. And they'll just look at you with the basket. And I'm like, no. And then I look away, and then they still will just, you could see them look. I could see them because I'm on camera, and they'll do this. And then finally, after about 30 seconds, I'll say, okay. And then I'll put them on camera, and I'll say, no, thank you, no, thank you. And then when they see the camera, that's it. But that's usually after about 4 times of telling them no. I didn't kick him out. He's still in here. We're gonna end the stream in just a minute, so I was like, screw it, I won't do it. The key is not to engage at all. Well, the problem is when they're sitting right next to me right here and they're staring at me. What am I supposed to do? Act like Stevie Wonder and pretend like I don't see them? And they're just staring at me right here? Imagine someone staring right here and I'm on a live stream. What am I supposed to do? Hey guys, how's it going? They're like, who's that over there next to you? Oh, I don't see nobody. So I've learned back in 2019. I usually travel with my phone or camera. I just put them on camera. 90% of the time, if you put them on camera, they'll go. 90%. I've had a few people that even on camera don't go. So, like I said, I'm not as bothered as most people. I'm not as bothered. I'll just put them on camera. And if they want to stay on camera, then I'll just start interviewing them. Like if there was a guy right here and he didn't want to leave, I'd say, hey, no, thank you. And if he's just staring at me laughing, I'd say, hey guys, so we're here in Dadong. Hey, if you guys want to buy some mangoes, come to this guy right here. I'll just start having an interview with him, whether he hears me or not. Hey, buy mangoes. Oh, look at these mangoes. Yeah, these mangoes are nice. What's your name? And he won't answer. Come buy them from him. If you guys want mangoes, come buy them. That's what I'll do. And then usually they'll kind of get the hint. But I understand, like a family of people that's never been here, it's probably awkward because then they feel the obligation to buy something from them. But for me, I don't care. If you don't speak at all of them, to me, it's about respect. If I tell you no 4 times, they're not having any respect for me. Like, how many times do you have to here's a perfect example. You guys get phone calls, right? From spam. And when you answer the phone call and they're like, hey, John, we have a great phone package. You want to switch to it? If you tell them no, and then they keep telling them, do you guys just say, hey, I know you're working a job. I'm going to keep telling you no for 7 minutes on the phone call. And I know you're doing it to make a job. No, you guys hang up on them. Or you guys don't answer the phone. That's the difference. Whereas here, I don't have a way to hang up on them. or to not answer the phone call because they're standing in front of my face. Fluffy, are we ready to go back?
Yeah, I thought you're ending it.
I'll end it when we go over here. The Taj Mahal is incredible, but Will, if they are starving that day and selling you a sunglass, they and their kids need to eat. No matter, I don't care. So for some reason, they think it's based on the number of times that they'll get a sale. Like for me, you can ask me 1,000,000 times in a row. You're not going to get a sale from me. You're not going to get a sale. That's the other thing. This is what drives me crazy. We'll walk down the street, right? And there'll be a lady advertising like regular massages, foot massage or something, right? There's a lady saying, hey, sir, foot massage. I'll tell her no. 3 feet here, the lady standing next to her, she will then offer me a massage for the next company. I'll say, did you just not hear me tell this lady I don't want a massage? Or the worst, me and Fluffy will have our hands full and we have bags like meat, groceries, right? And they'll say, hey, why don't you come sit down and have a massage? And I'm like, do you not see we have meat in our hands? Like, what do you think? We're just gonna put our perishable meat and sit down and have a massage? Like, they just are in the habit of asking things where in USA, they pick and choose. Like, if you've seen a lady carrying 2 bags and it was meat, perishable, you would be like, hey, wait, I know this lady's not gonna get a massage because she has meat that needs to be in the refrigerator and there's no way that she's gonna do it. But here, they'll still ask you. And you're like, what do you expect this lady to do with the meat? That's why I kind of, if they do that, I kind of give them a bad time and I'll say, oh yeah, I need a massage. But I need to put my meat. You have a refrigerator? And they'll say, oh no, sorry, sir, no refrigerator. I'll say, what am I supposed to do with my meat? And they go, oh, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm like, I know you see the meat. It's the same mentality in terms of looking when pulling out. Ooh, speaking of not looking, I almost didn't look because, go Fluffy, go. Those who think India is bad should go to Egypt. I have heard a lot of stuff about that in Egypt. In Asia, they look out for each other. They won't be starving. If you say Kong Mai, that means move along. Well, here's what I've learned. Someone told me to do this. Say no and do this. No. That's what I've seen. I haven't really had it work. But they're supposed you're supposed to go no like that. But I don't know. Respecting someone's preference should be mutual. Yeah, I don't understand. That's why I'm saying I think Darth's son is kind of trolling. But he's like, hey, if you're broke and poor, you got to go harass someone and just really wear them down and ask them the same because they're poor, so they get to do what they want. No. I don't care if you're poor or rich. When you tell someone you do not want to be bothered, they need to have human decency, respect. Yeah, not looking when pulling out would have saved me a hospital bill. But you cannot, Mitzi, I've told you this. You make fun of me when I tell you. I go, look at this guy. He's not even looking to the left when he's making a right-hand turn. And you guys say, that's freedom. That's freedom. I'm like, no, that's stupidity. Why would you not look to the left to see what's coming? There could be a runaway freaking truck. Well, that's freedom. That's freedom. No, that's stupid. Why would you not look to the left and see if something's going to hit you? I'm friendly and I say no. They seem not to bother me. You guys will see it. You guys will see it the next time I go out. I will specifically point it out the next time we're out. What's up, Digna? If you feel the obligation to buy, then you're weak. But then we're just sitting there staring at someone like, so what does the local think? The local, if they only took your first answer, they would leave after the first. So what they're staring and sitting at you and asking you 6 times is thinking you're going to break down and have sympathy and say, okay, fine. You asked me 7 times now expecting, but that's why they asked you 7 times.
Don't make eye contact.
This happens all over the world. He is short-tempered today. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. I don't answer any calls. Vietnamese spam. Just press skip like YouTube. I hate phone calls. I answer and hang up instantly for all spam calls. It's all Fluffy's fault for not knowing more Vietnamese. Living in a tourist area, common everywhere. Try going to India. She's probably asking you for a massage again because maybe the prices are cheaper. Pulling out is for quitters. I spent 2 months in Indonesia. Not a single person asked me to buy something. In Indonesia? Man. Hey, how's it going, buddy? In Indonesia, man, when I was in Bali, it's 100 times worse than here. I will say here, this is probably the lowest amount of times that one person will ask you before they leave. In Bali, man, I've had people follow me down the street trying to sell me stuff for blocks.
I'd rather have people selling than begging.
Universal handshake. What's the universal handshake? Maybe Asia isn't for everybody. I would have avoided her if I had 2 hands. Most of what you say is like that. You just want attention. Bali is bad. Yeah, that's why I'm crazy. She said, didn't notice that in Indonesia. Indonesia was probably the #1 place. I had a few people follow me. Here, they're 99%. I think I've only had 1 person walk down the street trying to keep doing it. But in Bali, I had a few people. Fluffy. And I guess we'll catch it back up. Bali is the biggest tourist drive-thru in the world. That's the thing that they don't know here. And Darson is in the theory of, well, they're poor, so let them ask you 27 times. They're poor. You need to let them harass you. And my theory is no. This is about, first of all, it's about respect first. If I tell you no the first time, that should be it. But Darth's son believes, hey, he's poor. He should be able to harass you for 7 minutes because he's poor. That's Darth's son's theory. I don't. So I've told you guys, I've been here. I've never seen a homeless person in all of Vietnam until we went to Nha Trang was the first time I've ever seen with their hand out and ask for money. That was the very, very, very first time I've ever seen that in a year and a half. But I've never seen, my own eyes, I've never seen a homeless person out here. And just 2-3 months ago was the first time that I seen someone come up to me and directly ask me for money. That was the very first time. Do you see any starving? I just answered that. Consent, watching from Yoga Yarta. I always think that's a fake name. I always think it's like, I know Jakarta, but then it's like yoga. And I'm like, I know that's a fake name, but I know it's a real city. I'm going to my apartment. I have a video consultation in 40 minutes. I'm so glad. Oh, I haven't checked on my video in a long time. We're gonna check on this at the same time, guys. Let's see how good or bad my video's doing. My last video, you guys didn't really care for my, you guys did not care for my, it is? Wow, Fluffy already checked. Let's see. That's 8 out of 10. My last 2 videos haven't done that good. What's going on, guys? My live streams are doing awesome, but let's see. It's not bad, but I thought you guys would like the Costco of Vietnam, man. No, we didn't get our steps in today. Darstan, then where do you draw the line? Should I buy a lottery ticket from that lady and then the next lady? Like, if you spent your time being a charity, you would end up being the Red Cross. Like, when do you draw the line? So it's okay to give it to one, and then the next lady that comes up, are you going to say, oh, no, I've already done my good deed. I can't give it to you because I gave it to the other lady. No 10,000 steps today. No, because I only went down to drop. Let's see how many steps. I probably only got like 4,000. I definitely got more than Fluffster. Let's see how much I got. Let's see. I thought that video was good. 3,600 steps. I thought the video was good. I did some editing that I normally don't do. Also, you guys told me, man, people are not interested about thrifting. So I said, okay, here's a good one. The Costco of Vietnam. A lot of people want to know where to shop. Can I get my American products? Can I get this? So I said, okay, this video should be decent, right? And it actually, Fluffy, why the hell what's wrong with my screen? That's okay. I just moved to Nha Trang 3 weeks ago. We were in Nha Trang about 3 months ago. Yeah, maybe that might be it. Maybe I might have to stop doing so many live streams and just do uploaded videos. That's my point, Demet. If you help out the poor, like I'm saying, if you help that person out, why not go look for every single person? Like where do you draw the line? You're only going to give it to one person, and then what happens when the next poor person has the glasses? You're going to buy those too? And then when that person comes, what about the lady selling the sweet potato fries? She's poor, right? Okay, are you going to help her? Like, is your whole day just going to be going around giving people money? Your new video posted today did not pop up on my suggestions. Maybe you don't have the bell button on. Maybe. It's on, then I'm not sure. I can't control it. I can't control it. Buffy, what are you doing? You're doing what, Flupster? Oh, that's good. I love sauce. What is that place called? I mean, what is the... people selling lottery tickets are rarely poor. Some of the wealthiest people are lottery... Trust me, in my city, there was gypsies. I guess that's apparently what they're called. They go up to the Target. The husband drops them off, and they have these signs, and they say, we're poor. And they even bring the little kid out, and they've been caught. Like, the local news caught them. The dad comes and picks them up in a Mercedes, and then they followed them all the way back to their house. They have a nice house, and they come out and they do that every day. That's what I'm saying. Actually, if we want to be technical, Darson might be mislabeling these people. Like, maybe they're not even poor, but his theory of saying, oh, they look poor. They got ripped jeans. They're poor. So he's making a judgment, and maybe it's not true.
Just made in one pack.
Just made in one pack. I have all notifications. Where's Phil? Philip was just on our live chat maybe a day or two ago. But actually, I seen him on his live chat. He was fixing his water pump. And actually, I donated $5 to him. So, I gave it to him. And then, I was like, Dark Brother, said I was always bullying you. And he was laughing. He was like, oh, I should play the sympathy role. When I come into your chat, I'm gonna play it up. I'm gonna get off in a few too. I have it's 10:26. I have to do a consultation. I do video consultations. I got to do that in 30 minutes. So yeah, we got that in 30 minutes. So I'll stick around for a few more minutes. One lady has 8 houses. A meal in Vallejo is $20. A meal in Vietnam is $2. There's a market for people like you and me. Damn, if a meal is at $20 in Vallejo, that's crazy. A meal in $20, I can't even remember the last time I bought a meal for $20. For me, if I go back home to Vallejo, I'm going, before I spend $20, I'm going to the damn burrito truck and spending 8 or 9. No, the thrift video sucked. It's my worst video of almost all time. Flying to Danong tomorrow. Very nice. Everyone wants to know where to save money. So don't shoot the messenger on this, but I just watched a document. I don't know if it was a documentary, but supposedly there's a big backstory about Mother Teresa. I don't know if it's true. I watch stuff that's either whatever pops up on my Facebook and stuff, but there's a whole backstory about how shady Mother Teresa was. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger, but there's a whole backstory. Whether it's true or not, it was a very interesting watch.
Did you take your vitamins?
I didn't take my vitamins. Ben is going surfing. The waves are much bigger in San Diego than Danong right now. I've been watching, I forgot what the channel is. There's a few channels, Whether they're real or not, they're still very interesting. I love watching stuff on controversial topics, whether it's right or not. I always find them very entertaining.
Surf's up.
Surf's up. I forgot. Let me try to see if I can find it. Like I said, I didn't do any research on it. I just watched the video. It seems like my channel always pops up stuff like that. It's say like, Martin Luther King was assassinated by the CIA, not whatever the hell the guy's name was, and all kinds of stuff. That channel always pops up on my feed. I don't know if I'm ever going to the USA. Second of all, it would be extremely hard for Fluffy to get a visa in the USA. I know people that are married or have a spouse visa, and even they get denied. Even they get denied. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard there's a dark side. They were talking about like she was beating people. Like it was crazy. I don't know. I think that's the only video I've ever seen about. I know who Mother Teresa is. I've seen like her videos and TV commercials, but I never done any research on her. And that popped up and I was like, what is this? You know why I think it popped up? Was because all the bad stuff's coming about Hulk Hogan right now. So like I grew up with Hulk Hogan and now like all this stuff is coming out. This is not the one that I seen, but this is there's definitely stuff on the internet.
The Catholic nun who dedicated her life to serving the poor and sick people in Calcutta, India. Many people regard Mother Teresa as a symbol of selflessness and compassion, and her name is synonymous with charity and goodwill. However, not everyone thinks highly of her. Her work and legacy have been the subject of much debate and criticism. Critics argue that Mother Teresa was more concerned with spreading the Catholic faith than with truly helping the poor, and that's why she refused to provide contraception or other modern medical services to those she served. They also claimed that she accepted large donations from wealthy individuals and organizations with questionable reputations. On the other side, Mother Teresa supporters said she followed Catholic Church teachings and did a lot of good in a region with a lot of poverty and suffering. They believe it is unfair to criticize her for not doing more, given her limited resources. So, what do you think?
Yeah, that was just a small one, but there's a whole damn story about all kinds of stuff. We're in the information age now where back in the old days, you would never know this stuff. Like, I grew up a baseball fan, and like there's like stories of like Babe Ruth was a horrible person and all this other stuff, but you couldn't find that stuff out back then because there was no social media and like the newspapers didn't write about it. So it's crazy. Like a lot of old stories are coming out now. Oh yeah, a dark story, a dark side to everybody. That's why they have the show Dark Side of the Ring. Do you guys watch that? I like that show. Like it'll talk about, because it's about wrestling. So I love the old school wrestlers, and they'll have like the problems and the backgrounds of that. I'm a professional cheap traveler. I don't know. I don't know enough. That's the first video I've ever seen. I knew the face of Mother Teresa, and I've seen her on like commercials, but I don't know anything about her. That video that I watched the other night was more than I ever seen Mother Teresa in my life combined. I thought I was probably going to have kids, like when I thought about it, but I'm just too old now, in my opinion. I'm 43, meaning if I had a kid tomorrow, which is impossible, but if I had a kid tomorrow, I'd be 61 years old when my kid graduated. And I'm very unselfish in the sense that I do not want to have a kid and at 10 years old, when my kid's 10 years old, I'm dead. Like, I don't like that. Macho Man, come on. I like the Macho Man, but Macho Man was not the best of all time. No way. No way. Macho Man, I don't even know if Macho Man's in the top 5. I like Hulk is always going to be my number 1. Who would I put in front of Macho Man? Even though I don't like him that much, you have to put Ric Flair ahead of Macho Man. Andre the Giant, you're going to have to put in front of Macho Man. Who am I missing? Man, I'm not even on my wrestling mind state today. Hulk, Andre, Ric Flair. If I could plan it out, I would have probably had kids 28 to 30 years old, probably in that range. Undertaker, I'd put Undertaker probably. Undertaker and Macho Man, that's very tough. See, Big Show and Mark Henry were after my prime wrestling days. I watched Big Show when he first came into the into the WCW, like late '90s. I like Big Show of WCW better than I like the Big Show of WWF. And I used to watch. I like Rey Mysterio much better in WCW than WWF as well. I really like mid. So for me, my favorite was WWF from like 1987 to probably about 1992, 3-ish. Then I like WCW better from like 93 to 2000. So WWF from like 87 to like 87 to like 93 for WWF. And then I like WCW better from like 92, 93-ish to about 99. Love Bobby the Brain. Bobby the Brain is the best manager of all time. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You know, a lot of these guys have wrestling podcasts now. Hacksaw Jim Duggan has a podcast. Actually, about every week or two, I listen to a podcast from Hacksaw. Bobby the Brain was the best manager. It's weird because when I was a kid, I hated bad guys and I hated the bad wrestlers and the bad managers. But now that I look back, man, Bobby the Brain, Bobby the Brain was so damn funny. Even when I was a young kid and I hated him, he always made funny comments. I would say best manager of all time is probably Bobby the Brain Heenan. Number 2 is probably Jim Cornette. And I listen to Jim Cornette's podcast. Jim Cornette does a great podcast. I listen to Jake the Snake podcast. It's not as good. What other wrestling podcasts do I listen to? $1 Million Man has a podcast now. I listen to that. Jake the Snake has one. A lot of these wrestlers are doing podcasts. I don't have like an original reaction to it's fake because like even when I was young, some people would tell me it's fake, and then I was in the boat like I don't think it's fake, but some people tell me it's fake, and then it was like you would watch a match or watch something and you'd be like, no, there's no way that maybe all the rest of the stuff is fake, but when he hit him with that part was real. So I never really had a specific moment where I realized it. What about the guy that says he was like 20 something, he was at like a wrestling, he's like, it's still real to me, damn it. And actually, I hate to say wrestling is fake. The best way to describe wrestling, it's not fake. People get hurt. The better way to describe it is wrestling is scripted. Wrestling is scripted for the winners, but wrestling is not fake in the sense that it's fake. These guys go out there, when you get body slammed, it's not a trampoline. It's not this nice mattress that you're getting. That stuff hurts, man. All that stuff, you jump over the top ropes, you tweak your ankle, you get hurt. Like, all that stuff is legit. Like, that stuff you can't fake 100%. It's more scripted than fake, though. I love boxing. The only sports that I kind of follow now because of the time difference, I watch boxing and I watch UFC. That's basically the only two things. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. But when I grew up, I used to watch baseball, basketball, and football. I used to always watch that. But now, especially being on such a huge time difference, the only thing that I really, really follow 100% is UFC and boxing. I know Dusty Rhodes 100%. Dusty Rhodes, but I never was a big fan of him. He was always... I'll tell you who I grew up watching that I really liked. Hulk. Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake, the British Bulldogs, even man, I can't name them now. Oh, Demolition. Who else were tagged? Heart Foundation. Like this 87-ish was my prime time. I love a lot of podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of wrestling podcasts, and I listen to comedy podcasts. You know who I really like? I like Joe Rogan's podcast. I like Loveline podcast, and I watch Joey Diaz podcast. I really like Joey Diaz. I know he's pretty popular, but I think he's still underrated in a lot of people. I really like Joey Diaz podcast. Andre the Giant made King Kong Bundy. Andre the Giant made anybody look small. Andre the Giant was huge. Yeah, that's when Stone Cold was in WCW with long hair. I never really liked those weird kind of guys. I never liked George the Animal Steel. I never really cared for Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I never really cared for those guys. Coconut Man. Where's Coconut Man? Oh, there's Coconut Man. Mr. T. I like Joe Rogan. I go on like long stints of listening to people. I like listening to Joe Rogan, and that's how I found out about Joey Diaz, was on the Joe Rogan show. And then I listened to Joey Diaz for like a whole year straight. I listen to podcasts when I go to bed. When me and Fluffy go to bed, we always have a podcast on. I never really cared about King Kong Bundy either, because I was a good guy wrestling fan. Hulk Hogan faced King Kong Bundy. The Tate brothers, I don't really know enough about them. I know probably as much as the average people. I think they make some good points on stuff, but a lot of this stuff is kind of entertainment based and clickbait. So I don't know enough. I don't know enough about them. Man, I know, man. The Hulkster died, man. We were outside doing a live stream, and Fluffy goes, look at it. And I looked, and it said Hulk died. I was like, we were on live stream the night that it happened, and I think it broke like 20 or 30 minutes right before we found out. So here's the rumor going around about the Hulkster, man. The rumor is, supposedly it's going to come out that there was malpractice. They think that the hospital did something wrong, and it's been kept quiet. So if that comes out, that's the rumor, is that there was something that went wrong at the hospital during his surgery, but we'll see. Oh, you're probably talking about Yokozuna. Yokozuna, but Yokozuna was funny because Yokozuna was supposed to be a Japanese sumo wrestler, but he was really Samoan. Yeah, Hulk Hogan definitely body slammed King Kong Bundy. They even wrestled in the cage match, I remember specifically. You know what's shocking on an unrelated note? I didn't realize, I think, I could be wrong on this stat, but it's something close to this. I think like number 3 or number 2 cause of death in the USA is like malpractice or something. I can't remember how it was worded, but I was blown away when I heard that. Let me try. There was a stat that I heard that said malpractice at the hospital was like an extreme high cause of death in the USA. Can you remind me of what stat I heard that's something similar to that? I was shocked at that. Let me see. You're probably thinking of the widely circulated and pretty shocking statistic that medical errors, that's what it's called, medical errors, may be the third leading cause of death in the United States, right behind heart disease and cancer. That is insane. Would you guys ever think that? Look, medical errors may be the third leading cause of death in the United States, right behind heart disease and cancer. You guys would never, if you guys let the majority of United States people, they'd say, what's the leading cause of death in the USA? People would say, oh, guns, murder, guns. It's not even on there. Heart disease is number 1. Cancer is number 2. Medical errors are number 3. Guns and murder is not even on that list. That is crazy. If you said, hey, give me the top 3 of USA deaths, I know everybody would. Doesn't America have so many guns? Oh, it's guns, right? It's got to be guns. It's not even. That's what's crazy. Hulkster was 71, man. And Hulkster you never really heard. You did hear about his back surgeries and stuff like that. Um, Hulkster, USA is not all bells and whistles. Not surprising. I've never owned a gun. I've shot guns that my friends had, but I've never personally owned a gun. Hence why we're looking at Southeast Asia. I doubt that they had malpractice on home with the best doctors working on him. So the theory, or at least what I heard, was something. He had some kind of spine. He's been having back problems, and I think he had like a spine surgery. And they are thinking that they nicked something, and that he went too long without oxygen to the brain, and something happened. I don't know how accurate it is. I'm just reporting the rumor. That's crazy, but who really knows how to determine that? They aren't in the hospital for being well. But I was blown away when I heard that. Medical errors, third lead of causing death. Because, like, if you ask anybody, like, when I met up with my travel buddy, I mentioned him, he was in the chat room the other day. He really thought, like, when I got there, he's from Prague, he's from Czech. And we traveled to a few countries together. And he really, when I first talked to him, he really thought everybody, he was like, isn't the USA like the wild, wild west? Like, everyone has a gun, right? And everyone walks down the street with a gun. Then he believes, like, people surf to work. You would walk down the street and you would see Arnold Schwarzenegger. You would see Mel Gibson, because California. Oh, and all the famous people. Like, there's a lot of misconception about the USA. My client, well, it's 10:45. I usually get on the meeting about 5 minutes before. So we got about a little over 5 minutes left. My laptop is all set up. Actually, what we'll do is we'll set the laptop up. And actually, our client popped into the live stream earlier. Our client popped into the live stream when we were doing the cooking. It's a very, very simple Google Meet link, so it's very easy to set up, and it's very easy to do it. Man, I'd be happy if I lived to 71. People, I've never heard of this brand until I bought it, but it's called MSI, and you guys always say, like, man, you got an awesome computer, but I bought it from Costco. And it was not even my first choice. It wasn't even my first choice. I bought it because I was leaving the next day, and I returned back another laptop. I think the other laptop was a HP, and they didn't have it. And I was like, damn, I got to go out of the country tomorrow. And then they were like, oh, man, this is a better laptop. And I was like, I never heard of MSI. So let me check. I want to check. I do, if you guys will see, I do thumbnail testing. Let's see if it'll tell me which thumbnail. Nope. Oh, yeah, here we go. So look, I've done 3 thumbnails. So whoever watched these, some of these people will see this one, some will see this one. So it looks like you guys preferred this one, 37%. So what we'll do is, I guess we'll switch that. I'll make that one my thumbnail. Maybe that will get some more views. My password is Hulk Hogan 71. So your higher end, I'm going to tell you guys, buy your expensive phones, your laptops, the high-end electronics, buy those in your home country. In Asia, it's very, very weird because even though we're so close to China, electronics are not cheap. Now, you will get cheap, like, phone cases, this, like the cheap stuff, but the expensive quality stuff is much cheaper in the USA and much better variety and much better quality. Give me 1 second, guys. Is Megamart? Yes, it's like Costco, but I don't think you have to pay for the membership. I think the membership is free, but it's very similar to it. doing, Fluffy? Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. We got a couple more minutes. Where are we at? Let me try to catch back up. The cost in Asia is low, is currency strong. Stick to Vietnam videos. I get bored with the wrestling talk. Will's wrestling. Yeah, that's what's kind of a... It's always... Like, some people hate my... yeah. Some people hate my cooking show. Some people hate my wrestling talk. So I try to keep it a travel. Yeah, we just... If you watch my video, I showed you guys Kirkland's brand popcorn. Kirkland's brand maple syrup. Maple syrup was $18. Kirkland's maple syrup at Mega Mart yesterday was $18. There was some kind of peanuts that was like 25 bucks. Jif peanut butter was $14. 14 bucks. Yeah, they definitely have some kind of links, I'm assuming. I know. You could not make everyone happy, trust me. You definitely learned that as being a YouTube person. Dark Brother loves my cooking videos. I do kind of keep up with football, but the games come on at about 4 or 5 in the morning, so they come on too early for me to watch them. But when I do watch them, I just watch my free version online. That's where I watch all my pay-per-views and boxing too. Bonet lubricants keep the laptop running smoothly. There's my hat. I don't have no hat right now. Can we see Go Lions? There is only one nation. And actually, I cut my hair every 3 days. I try to do it every 3 days. I'm going to probably go back to the carnivore next week. Probably next week. This week, Fluffy was back. This is her first full week back. So we've been getting everything. Plus, it was her birthday. So next week, I bought a bunch of ground beef. So I'm probably going to go back to the carnivore next week. You guys thought he had hair? I should get that little that little ponytail wig. Hopefully you get to break even. You don't, I guess, the end of your channel because you said you won't have time to work. Yeah, we'll see. This month, we finally broke even. So I appreciate us breaking even. So we just got to see if it's going to continue. We got to see. We got about 2 more minutes, guys. We'll do the 2-minute warning. We'll do the 2-minute warning. Any last questions? Let me double check everything. Give up. So man, Vince McMahon is cited for reckless driving. I guess Vince basically probably got a DUI, it looks like. I just seen that headline popped up. No, I just watch a link that allows me to watch almost anything. And I use that website. That's how I watch all my UFC, my boxing, all that stuff. I watch that. The gyms, yeah. There's a gym that I heard about, $6, and I've been kind of wanting to do a... Here, I'm not going to say the link, but I'll show you guys really quick. Use this link, supposedly, if you want to watch free stuff. Oh, you guys better take a quick screenshot of that. Up at the top, up at the top, up at the top. Yeah, that's the website right there. That's what I watch. I have another one too, but I've been using that one for a while now. I've been using that one for a while. I've been using that for probably a year now, but the other one that I've been using, I probably used for about 10 years. Shoot, what time? 10:53. Just do beach walks. The only thing is, I just feel they're just too repetitive, man. I don't want to. I. My theory is every one of my videos needs to be in a different setting. Like, if I just go do a beach walk every day, you guys are like, man, we see this beach every day. Like, you're telling us something new, but you're in the same spot. I kind of like. Oh, actually, you know what? What's today? Today is... Oh, it's Wednesday. We have a new video. I don't know if I should give it away or not. Maybe I'm not going to give it away. But we are going to do a video that we've never done before tomorrow. Upload a video. So it'll probably take a few days to be up. But we've never done this type of video. You guys have asked for me to get it done. I haven't done it, but it's going to be done tomorrow. Man, that's the thing though, like, when remember I did the video game stuff, I've done the wrestling stuff. Some people hate it, some people hate the cooking. Like I said, I can't please everybody. I don't mind doing walking videos. I just don't like to do a lot of them. And there needs to be something specific in that neighborhood. And then if I'm paying to and from every time, the videos start adding up to be costly. Yeah, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go set this up. We're at 10:55. I appreciate it. This is your last chance to hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I do have the Danong e-guide still available. I am going to raise that price just a little bit. I brought it in this month as an introductory price, so all 17 of you guys got it in the past week. You guys got a great deal. I'm probably going to raise it in the month of August. So if you guys are positive that you guys want it, my tip is get it in the next few days, because I probably will raise it up to the initial price that I officially launched it at. But then I said, you know what, let me lower it down since I just brought it out and I wanted a lot of people to get it. Thanks for sticking it out. See you soon. Recommended bar, pub. Okay, I appreciate it, guys. I got to go do this video meeting. We are going to go do this. But I don't know if we're going to do a live stream. Maybe we'll do a dinner live stream. We are going to go shoot a video tomorrow. Once again, I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much.